Let's do it.
Hello, Internet.
Hello.
Hello, Internet.
You missed the epic baller jams.
It just got really quiet after that. I was like, I might
Yeah.
be reliving it or something.
Wow.
No.
Some people didn't like the way I said the words I said.
That's so weird.
Everybody roll a d10.
Ow. I'm ready.
Let's play the lotto, shall we?
I got 10!
Ooh, I got an 8.
I have
Just
5.
imagine, Internet, that Jock Jams Volume 1 is playing as background music.
Except for it's playing.
I also got a 10. What happens?
Oh,
we fucked it
no.
up.
Oh, you fucked it up.
Oh, shit.
Now no one gets one.
Ruined it for everybody. No one
Way
gets
to go,
shit.
Paul.
Yeah, way to go.
You both
Paul.
walked out and were
What
wearing
the
this.
fuck, Richard?
And we're wearing the. You walked out.
Fine, I'll go into the dumpster.
I was gonna say it's jock jams are being played on like a hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah.
You realized you were both wearing the same thing. That's what happened. And
It's
as is woman code, you had to kill
Oh,
yourself.
nice.
it's 2 unlimited, but 2 in
We have to
Roman.
fight to the death to see who gets to wear the outfit.
Sorry.
It's 2
Yes,
in
I'm not as well
Roman
acquainted with the
symbols,
code.
Like the
Yeah,
2
no.
unlimited.
Nice.
Whoever draws first blood.
Volume II. Do you know they're on volume IV now? Holy shit.
But I haven't seen the other IIIs.
You know, enough of them have come out that they've started doing a best of those volumes and re-releasing them.
That's what I call music is on like 78, I think.
Yeah.
So, has anyone else had this Black Panther drink?
I have. I got one yesterday, actually.
Okay, would you also write a review saying that it tastes like cookies and creams with soap mixed in?
I do not think it tastes like soap. But
Okay.
Does it have jasmine tea in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where that
Okay,
comes
that's what it
from.
is.
No, I mean, I figured, but like, yeah, the jasmine is not a choice I would
Jasmine
It-
go with
can't-
That's
normally.
why
Yeah.
it makes me sad because almost
What
every...
is with the quadruple D on here?
That's all of them.
That's the DoorDash.
Yeah.
Delivery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The door dash. The door to dash.
But like, pretty much every tea place, whenever they do like fruit teas, they mix them with fucking jasmine or with green tea.
Yeah.
And I hate the way they taste, so I'm just like... One place has a... like, make your own. I forget which place that is. I think it might be Teaspoon.
Yeah,
That's
teaspoon
a
is that.
So I can get black tea and then put fruits flavors in it.
Yeah.
Which makes me happy.
Hey, John. Do you remember the origin of the ship that we just commandeered?
You mean like which country
Yeah, which nation does it hail from?
made this ship?
Yeah.
It is a pull this up.
Oh yes, I wasn't here for this for last game, so
Murder.
We did
We did a murder.
we did crazy magic Jesus shit.
We
Oh.
chased
Yeah.
that boat out. I told the city, hey, hold these boats for me. And
The ship is Sarmatian.
then it did.
Yeah, the Taylor assassin apparently can city bend.
I love that
Gently
combination
turning
of
into
words.
minions.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bruh, that's what you did.
Of course, like the other thing I thought, does that mean I'm like colleagues with Garrett? I'm a tailor and an assassin. It's
The
true.
flip side of this is that the city now sees you, and you're. I mean, not that you weren't before, but you're conscripted now.
Yeah.
Hey, you're moving up in the world. You went from serving a hat to a dress to an entire city, which is arguably better and worse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I think they're not in my head right now, but you know.
No, they are.
Everything's in your head.
They're watching me do things, watching me go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
watching me have intimate time.
it's like Santa Claus. Yeah.
No,
calling
like,
it here,
never alone
like-
again.
Oh my God! Did you know who of you is in disc? In no, okay.
Yep.
All right, because
Yes.
There were 3 different starts to this story, like happening at the same time, And then they all crash into each other.
Because some of you, I understand maybe a little bit, are not in the Front Chill Discord. You may have not seen the latest Ogloff, which is safe for work.
I didn't actually look at it. I saw that you posted something.
But I will post it in our Discord right now because it is fantastic.
Fucking rude.
It is hilarious.
She just went and frosted herself some carrot cakes, and now she's gonna eat them in front of me.
Oh man, I was like, what?
Oh no, it's back.
I was like, Lisa, I didn't know that was learning all sorts of new things about you.
Whatever Rabbit has to do to make her
Didn't I
fucking
sound
uncomfortable.
upset about it?
Yeah.
It sounded upset to me.
Yeah. I don't think Rabbit would go to that length at this point.
Let me see though.
Like, yeah.
It's happening very slowly.
Deliberately.
It's
Deliberate slowness.
JC and I both laughed
You
out
should
loud
open an
at it.
OnlyFans
It was,
and
What the
just
fuck
frost
was
Well, now
that?
she's touching the cream.
She's touching
Ooh.
it.
whoa.
Oh.
Stuck on her, licking off her finger.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
No, don't do that, you weirdo.
Dude,
now you're getting everyone interested.
At least record it and send it to me. Shit.
Don't listen to this shit, internet. Like you are not. I know
Open
you're not
the-
fucking
Open
subscribed.
their mouth, get it all in
Not
there.
some fucking paywall content.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
You're not getting
That's
that.
the
Join our Patreon. Wait.
Yeah, we have 30 subscribers and 6 of them are sitting at this table.
that's the Centaur's subscription package right there. You just get all the frosting pics you want.
Right.
Damn, that'd be rad, actually.
Some of these
fries.
other
Next
accounts
year
are
is like
probably
pictures of the guys being not quite gay but almost gay.
I still have that in my phone.
OF is
Oh,
the
that pile.
I've got a picture of,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
John leaning over Tony as Tony's butt protrudes a freezer.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Like
Well, we
that.
still have
Over
our
the fridge.
our accidental Renaissance painting of the three of us in front of the sign over
Yeah.
when we went to go see the D&D sign.
Yeah,
when we go see the movie.
it's in my,
Yeah,
it's in my
yeah.
phone.
And there's a pile. There's a pile on.
Oh, that reminds me. I forgot to actually
got-
send you the
Well,
picture I
I've
took
got John
of you.
and Tony feeding each other bread, like in the love knot.
See, we only need 8 more to fill out a calendar. So
Yeah, there you go.
we can crack that out in an afternoon.
Having a good time?
We're gonna put up this calendar.
Now it's like weird angle time. Weird angle frosted cake eating.
Is it Dutch
She's showing me the
Because I have
artwork
opinions
of
about
my
Dutch.
Jack
Right.
Flag Means Death in the background. All her gay pirates.
We'll
I
make
do love Mark Flag means. I still need to watch season 2.
we'll make Glenn either like a standalone
Amanda,
of
have you watched season
like
2 of Our
January
Flag
or
Means
December of the preceding
Okay,
or
'cause I was
following
gonna get
year
mad.
as a bonus.
We need to do an artistic shot where like we take a picture with the 3 of us, and then the next picture is like Glenn, like, and there's like an apartment window on the other side, and it's the picture from the previous month, right? And
Yeah.
he's right across the street.
Well then obviously he needs to be December of the preceding
There
year.
you go.
And so yeah, we can.
We're gonna put out this fucking calendar, and they're gonna be like, "Look at these lazy fucks! Like some of these pictures are 10 years old. We
like,
couldn't even do one photo shoot throughout the year.
Yeah, the mustache guy doesn't even have his hair anymore.
Right? That's not the same fucking guy.
That's right.
Yeah, who's this face
He's
long
played by a
haired
different
dude?
fucking actor.
They switched him out after season 3.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They just
Everyone
didn't
was-
explain it. They just put a new
Yeah,
person
exactly.
suddenly.
Everyone was
Never
upset
spoke-
about it.
Never taught. That
Yeah.
was never addressed.
Nope.
The other guy got fucking deported.
Ah,
Now it's sad.
it's funny because it's true.
I mean, actually, I was
No, yeah, it's in
expecting
reverse.
so
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I can laugh about that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's always nice when you get to the point where you're just
Yeah.
like, no.
Was it no? His
Yeah.
60-day fiance was threatening to get deported, so he had to fall.
When I introduce the story now, like the way I introduce it is like, let me tell you about that time I almost got shot by a border guard, because that's a thing that happened.
Oh,
Good times.
Mm-hmm.
you've been
Crossing
living
the
the La Vida Loca.
Yep.
It's one of those things where everybody always makes such a big deal about the border with Mexico. And it's like, you never think about the border with Canada having anything.
Yeah, mostly people go like, what did you do to make Canadians mad at you?
It's like, no,
Like,
be American.
all
The
I
world-
did was smuggle some drugs. Just
The world
one
was
drug.
just shit.
Just one
And
drug.
It was my prescription drugs. That's all.
Like, it wasn't even that big of a deal.
I mean, when I was growing up in the 80s, like,
There was a lot of drugs.
because all of our booze has like 2 fucking sales tax, like a bunch of people would drive over the border to fucking Plattsburgh and go buy booze and bring it back
And
into
that's
Canada.
where they put me after I got removed from the country in
Yep.
Plattsburgh.
You went to Booze Town.
I guess so.
All right.
What country is it from?
He said it was Sarmatian.
Oh, Sarmatian.
I missed that part too.
Ooh.
I heard it. I was listening.
Thank you for listening.
I
You
was.
Megan. Get a hero point.
Someone was doing erotic things with carrot
Megan
cake.
gets an extra hero point.
Oh,
Yay!
that was nice.
Since nobody else had a hero point.
Hey, Mike, that guy's probably never gonna roll a 10 again. So there you go.
Yay! Hero point for listening.
I don't know if there's rules for Sarmatian origin, so here we're gonna have some fun with that.
Yep.
Thanks for giving me a project.
I
I gotta come up with a bird noun combination.
That's right. Look into the hold. Maybe there's a coffin on there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna check.
You might be sneaking in some foreign count.
Uncle Augie? What are you doing in here?
Does that say Orlock?
The shivering
It's just Peter
kookaburra.
Murphy.
My notes are
I
actually
like it. It's a
very-
good start.
Peter Murphy.
It's a good start.
It's special for Amanda.
Hi, my name's Peter.
Amanda likes kookaburras.
So my notes are pretty
Kookaburras.
short because we got to the
I
fight
get so many
and then I
like
stopped writing.
TikToks
Those are tearing
there's, like,
shit
a
up
guy
for 2 hours.
who like has kookaburras that come sit on his like porch.
She sends them to me.
Yeah, I send them to her sometimes.
Yeah.
So I guess. Oh, Sarmatian. Okay, right there. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be.
Bonus background. Huzzah!
There you go. This is a storied ship, although it was probably used for nefarious things. So,
Oh, you bet your ass. It's gonna get
Um,
some nefarious background.
so yes, for Jaren's benefit,
Oh yeah.
the last session you were at, you were still in that water tunnel, committing murder upon people who deserved it.
Yes.
And so there was a continuation of that. There were some boots that were heard coming from above. So basically, some reinforcements were coming through the factory. So Marcus and his retinue basically went to kill those folks. So you double back into the factory while this crew went to the ship that was moored into the bay. More murder was committed. Somebody talked to San Felipe. Yeah, now, long story short, the crew has an extra ship.
Just collecting these bastards.
I mean, Brethel was beside himself. That fat stack of ships.
I had the horrible thought earlier today, John, of being like, "Hey, look, can I start a different mini game with you on the side?" But yeah, it's it's already kind of happening.
It really kind of is.
I
Yeah.
mean, yes. Why did I just close? Give me a quick second. I just closed my file. That had
We
the
all get
shit
hero
details.
points because the DM's not ready.
Yay!
You can't say that. Only DM can say that. Don't steal my glory.
Shut the fuck up.
Feel free to murder Zuri at your leisure. At this point, he's kind of expecting it.
It's coming. It's coming.
He sleeps with a knife.
I'm holding you on June ransom.
Good night, Zuri. Good work.
I'm kidding.
Sleep well. I'll most likely kill you in the morning.
Each gonna go and claim a piece of
I'm
it
not full of
to
boba.
make into a thing.
Not Yanju. I hope I get my shit soon. Ugh.
You what?
I pre-ordered.
Oh, sorry.
The 17th album.
I've heard. I hope I
TXT
get the
album.
shits soon.
I hope I get my shit soon.
What?
Shut up, Siri.
It's trying to help you stay regular.
Siri,
worried
you lose your fucking hero points.
It's worried about being.
I pre-ordered all the TXT albums and all the 17 albums together, which was dumb because they had different release dates. But everything is in stock except the kit version of the 17 album, and they won't give me my pre-order until they have the entire thing.
Oh my god, that's still going? Or is that a
Yes.
different
Oh,
one?
that's
Nope,
really
that's
obnoxious.
still-
I'm sorry.
Like, everyone's got their albums, everyone's trading, and I'm still over here like, I don't have my shit yet. So I don't know. I don't know who I have, and Megan always pulls on my biases.
That's true. Well, you tend to pull mine, and I tend to pull yours, and then
Yeah.
we switch.
It happened. It worked,
I mean,
but I
At
only
least you can trade.
I didn't
each other.
have.
Giga.
As long as you pull each other. it's-
Yeah.
Well, when we got our signed fucking
Yeah,
80s
it was
ones,
so
I got
perfect.
Minky and you got
Giggity.
Yosan.
Giggity.
It's just so
like-
perfect. So perfect.
I literally opened it and looked at it, and I was like,
Of course.
and then like I looked up his signatures, and I literally just started laughing sitting at the table. I was like, of course
I
I
never
got
knew
Minky.
how much I'd enjoy another man yanking my Youngjin.
You didn't?
I
You
avoided
haven't been paying attention.
I
to the
avoided it for
activity.
years, and well, you know,
Youngjun would
someone
like
was
it.
I was gonna say like Youngin would
Sure.
be down,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He's never really said anything, but.
but yeah,
I've
he's
never
one of the ones where I'm like
I've never been to a bunk.
somewhere on the
Yeah.
on the queer slider.
A real,
Pretty sure, but
real
I
over
try
there.
not to.
They're just
I try
gonna
not to
keep talking
speculate
over me, so I
because
can't make more
unless they
pervert
say-
jokes.
unless they say something specifically, I
It's none of
don't.
my business.
Yeah.
They're literally cock blocking you.
Yeah, no, fair, 100%.
Tony's trying to make some big jokes.
Valid
Valid none of them
tactic.
are getting through.
Nope, he's real good about popping his little butt, though, so, I mean. What, Manda? She's gonna be.
One bit of topping cream drips off of the thing in stunned silence. Out of her piping bag.
Where she is now, there's a big ship behind her.
Oh, ship!
Oh dear.
Damn, that's a big ship.
Yeah, it's big.
That's a huge bitch.
That's a thick ass boy.
That's a damn boy. That's a thick ass boy.
God, I love that video.
Holy shit, look at that hold.
Oh my.
Oh, you see the bow on that one. Woo.
So like,
What do
okay,
you do with all
Okay.
that cargo?
what are
All
we
that
doing right
cargo
now?
inside your hold.
Other than the fact
Wow.
killed a bunch of people and have a boat.
Wow.
And what are we doing?
I'm making sweet love to this boat right now. That's
Well,
what's
I am
up.
not watching you do that. So what am I doing then?
Oh, did I say that that this is effectively a blessed rating ship at this point? Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I had the spirits of my ancestors all up on here, and we spilled blood of non-believers, and I'm gonna use this to extract retribution.
Yeah, this is
So.
a Sarmatian brigantine.
Oh yeah.
So, stat plate.
What is wrong with you?
Bro, I can't see.
We have to turn off the cameras because this is too much.
Bro, just look, hop into Discord and stream it into the chat in there, and I'll watch
She had
it.
her cord.
You started it.
She had her cord. I was like,
Oh, okay.
what is
Oh,
wrong
my.
with you?
What does the internet taste like, Rabbit?
You're gonna electrocute yourself. Is
Watch
that a
out.
hole? Is that the right
Like
hole? That's the
exactly.
hole. I'm not good at finding the holes. No
Watch
practice.
out, Amanda. That's how you get the moisture detected in the port error that happens.
Yep.
Oh man,
That's why that
I
keeps
missed that
happening.
error.
man, it's been years.
I feel like
You
you
just
were just going with
Look,
the
I'm
vibe
gonna
of
take
the-
all of my sons and I'm gonna fuck off. Don't talk to me or Benny or someone again.
I'm sorry, I won't do it again. I'm sorry.
That might have been one of the best jokes you've ever made.
Oh
Excuse me,
no,
oh
we
my
kill
god,
her.
I'm dying. See, it's coming back to haunt me already.
You got cursed. Your raunchy joke came to curse you.
It ricocheted.
Around the eye, apparently.
Yep. Oh.
Right?
You cheered up a little bit, and your face was like, "I've got oils." Yep.
Yeah.
Got issues.
Ricocheting.
He's got fluid.
The ricocheting joke. You remember Uncle Murray? He died telling a dick joke.
He got lodged in his throat.
Yep.
What's like that, dude?
He
Go!
choked on it.
No!
Okay then.
Oh no!
Hey, I tried to get this back on track.
I don't know why that was
Spill my
funny.
magic deck now. You do whatever.
At this point, fucking highwaymen have stolen the track. The train is going somewhere in the woods.
Jenya's just gonna take Ricardo and Roberto, and they're gonna go away and elope.
Which one's Roberto?
Grandpa.
Oh, his not dad?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
The little turtle man.
Rethold will play his side ship otome game.
Oh, nice. I see. That makes sense now.
Yeah, that's the name of the Atome ship game is IC. So it's pretty great.
As it was.
Icomacy or what?
No, it's they got it before Apple could,
Oh.
and they haven't given up the rights yet, which is not smart because Apple stopped offering and they should have just bought. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Marcus, you catch up to everybody at the shore as this ship comes into port and it's slick with blood. One of the masts has been broken and lies parallel to the deck.
I'm on the prow shouting, Jose! Jose! Because I grab him and I send him off to get ship people to
Yeah.
fuck it up.
Do I want to know what you are doing? Or is it best that I just not?
I'm busy. Someone
Okay.
else can talk to you.
Did I Chimera last time?
I'm
Yeah,
holding.
you
I'm,
did.
I'm holding
Okay.
up a small child and shouting
you
orders at
No, I
him.
think you rechanged into Genya after your mast escapade.
Yeah,
you were
'cause I was-
Chimera.
Yeah, because I was complaining about something
He's
afterwards.
just gonna walk away now. He's having intimate time with the book.
Yeah, Jimena's like, no, the
Red Dog's
vibes are
taking
off
off
now.
his belt.
Gesundheit.
If I want to be on this boat later, I can't find out. I can't know what he's doing.
It already happened. It's too late.
You saw it with the fleet, and it's.
I will go and see it. And
This was
it will be very uncomfortable.
This was like a battlefield promotion. There was no ceremony, no pomp. It was all business, and
Yeah,
it
you know-
already happened.
The ship is already covered in blood, so
Oh.
there's no extra baptism necessary. Plus, like
We did it the right way.
Marcus, roll me a wits notice.
Wits plus notice. All right, let's see.
Oh, are you haunted by ghosts as well?
I'm Ison, so yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
They
I mean,
are-
not like I don't have like any sort of thing that says that I'm haunted by
the
ghosts, but
Hyson, the
I just
Hyson are
assume.
the haunted boys of this game. So
wits plus notice.
Okay. This Jaren's dice bag.
Let's see.
His dice coif.
you need a fish.
Hey, you made the face and the heavy sigh, not I. Okay.
That's fine.
You need a fish to carry
15.
this.
That's my favorite soup.
15 and an extra 2.
Fish coif soup.
Four, six.
Fish
Uh,
coif. Fish question.
That's 6.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. There's like a kind of mist surrounding the ship. Nobody seems to like care much, but there's an alarming amount of ghosts on deck.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm like, okay, and then you need. Who the fuck am I? Yeah, and then you need to get to say no, but there's. I'm traveling north slowly but surely. I'll get
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Because Marcus is here doesn't mean Bert should be too.
Yeah, and then we're going into there. Okay, we found it. Okay, little bit of bar talk, right? No, not too much. Okay, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, and then so you get in, and then we put
Does
it straight in.
anybody else see the ghosts?
And
Is
then-
the important part.
And then I drop, not that's being acknowledged
Okay.
explicitly, and I go, and that's why you're my favorite. And then I drop the small child onto the dock once more, and he bursts off like our favorite racist mouse.
Gonzalez.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Racist
Favorite racist mouse. As if there were more than one.
Because this.
Well,
I guess there's
Yeah.
Slowpoke Rodriguez, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the big one that owns everything. But that's that.
Yep.
That's
All right,
that
fair enough.
subtle
Disregard.
racism.
I abstain to participate in this.
Good call.
I'm not allowed.
I still give that mouse a lot of money, so
Yeah.
there's only so much I can do about it.
So everybody pulls. So they pull into. You guys pull back into port, and I just noticed the ghost ship covered in blood.
Yeah, and you got 6. Yeah, they're all Vestin. Clearly.
Huh.
Some of them are doing the dad thing where they're like kicking the gunwales and being like,
They're milling
yeah,
about
sure,
and
okay.
talking in and around, other people. Some of them look like ancient.
I
Vestin.
apologize. I forget what Vestin. Vestin is the.
It's
Vikings.
it's-
Oh, Viking.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's-
Okay, Norseman.
it's
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
Best
Okay.
Madam and Yar.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Some of them are just like,
nice.
wearing like fur. Some of them are just like shirtless. There's at least
As
2
God intended.
men and women.
Gods, thank you.
Just milling about the deck like they're sort of chatting with each other, and then like they're in that weird mist, but nobody
Seems to be acknowledging
No.
it.
I definitely don't see that.
Huh. Well, it's not the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Your brother-in-law sort of looking at that and being like, huh.
That's about what I said. It's a very Abe and Russ kind of situation going on. They're just like, okay, let's set about this better.
I mean, if I want to, I can see the ghost, but
Yeah.
So I take out a piece of chalk, and then I just start marking certain places on the ship for the retrofit. Do I get feedback on any of that, or am I
Yeah,
making?
you get a couple pieces of advice.
Okay. Well, if they sound good, I'll consider it. And if, I might be like,
Oh, you're speaking to your ancestors. That's why they're there.
You got there's
kinda
Okay.
effectively.
yeah you'll know.
And so once or twice, I do finally acknowledge the ghosts,
All right, fair enough.
and I'm like, no, and it's like, yeah.
clearly a lot of people have opinions about what you're doing.
Oh,
Not
sure,
all of them
yeah.
are good.
Well-
So you gotta sort through them.
Yeah. Well, the raid you led, was kind of like we'll get there and we'll see if we get back. So I want this one to come back a few times.
What the hell do you mean you're going to paint
Yeah,
it
but-
blue? We don't do blue.
But if we didn't do these raids, you wouldn't be here, son. So don't use that tone.
Yeah, but you didn't come back with any of the spoils, so thank you. We didn't have to feed you that winter, I guess. That, I'm sure it was your fate, but I don't see how exactly.
Marcus is just kind of dumbfounded at this because it's clearly not like bullshit necromancy that's happening right now. You're just talking. The ghosts are just here, and you're just chatting with them casually.
Exactly.
About the fate of the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mast is still broken.
Yeah.
And lying. So like the ship is coming into port. And
On a body.
one of the masts is like this way.
Like
and like laced
leaned,
through with ivy.
and leaned against the stern castle where there is a body pinned by not just the fucking mast, but also several knives.
Yeah, and a fork.
Well, the fork is holding the hood, but it is there.
Yeah, So there's like a massacre, and the ship is getting moored and tied down in the port. House is like, should we do something about this? Like, how do we want to play this?
So after a minute, once I've chalked out a few things, and the committee has had their chance to provide their feedback, I'm like, okay, well, I get the vibe, like, slowly, one by one, they dissipate. It's just a prolonged. Okay.
As you reach port, like the mists seem to dissipate more and more.
Right.
Some of the older ghosts seem to linger a little bit longer, and then eventually they sort of vanish as well.
Doodaloo. And I sort of, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no way. Yeah. We're definitely going to be. We'll be seeing each other again, so I'm sure. And I kind of just do the good day's work as I go back over to the body, and I'm like, well, I'm kind of a jerk sometimes. Okay?
I don't understand how you could talk to your family that way.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, we have a report, and I start pulling my hardware, and I'm like, what did we do with these daggers last time? Because you came across one of these. Do we have like?
I don't want to touch.
Jimena has collected a bunch of them.
I have them like wrapped in a.
Oh right, okay.
Because I'm gonna go do experiments.
When I came in contact with one, it was pushed into my body.
Well, that's usually how they work.
I don't want that to happen again.
Oh, I agree. That's you try to avoid it to an extent.
I mean, we're not going to stab you with it.
I appreciate that.
I mean, unless you ask her.
I didn't think about it until now, but.
Some people, that's why I kind of qualified it earlier, because, a little bit to start.
I mean, I don't know what to do with it. I just don't want it around me. But
Fair.
Other people said they want to see, to test or see what it is, so maybe we know how to fight, but I don't want it.
It's good. That's that general brain. We love it. Okay.
Jimena's about to have like a Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Jack doing experiments.
I look forward to
montage.
it. Fork.
The
axes.
Goggles.
So great.
Ricardo and Leandro approach from a different side street. They have looped back with Marcus to go catch stragglers.
I sort of do the long look. I'm like, did they get the prisoner, or is he still tied into the rock downstairs?
Oh, you're a prisoner. I did not.
Yeah, there's.
I knew we did
they
one.
They grabbed him.
Okay.
So they eventually catch up, and both of them actually salute Marcus. And Ricardo said, "Yeah, we did a sweep in and around the facility. We caught one straggler that tried to turn tail and run once they realized that the situation, the tunnel was not good. They didn't make it really far. So they're down. Prisoner is secure. Ricardo turns to you, Rethold, and said, I took the liberty of using that interrogation room that you have already pre-built into your new business. The prisoner is locked in here.
That seems like some poetic justice. I'm okay with that. Yeah, okay.
I just figured we could discuss. I didn't really want to bring him back to the house. That didn't seem right. So.
No, yeah. Although I know someone at the house who would probably be very good at that. No, it's better not to. Yeah.
But yeah, he's down there. There was no chair, so we just sat him on the ground.
Well,
Oh, you should have had a stool with only 2 legs on it. There's another game we play in where that's like the part of the torture.
The 2-legged stool.
Wow.
I know, right?
So for a second, because there's been pervert jokes for half an hour, I thought you were gonna say you and Leandro. I was gonna be like, well, we're learning things, but no.
Right.
I love cross torture techniques from other games. That's also equally delightful.
As long as if we don't already have game crossing, it's like
Yeah.
arrow.
Yeah.
What happened?
Rabbit, stop!
It was. I
There's-
restarted my browser and it was like, "Hey, you were watching this."
Yep. There's a rave party at a nearby ale house.
Yep.
Well, I'm good. I'm going to get a drink.
You see the lights flashing.
And then I start stomping
Right.
and shouting "Los" and pointing.
Yep. Somebody hands you water.
And I drink it, and then and they hand it to me upside down
Yep.
for some reason.
Oh,
As one does.
I took him back. Look,
Yeah.
I yeeted him back to 2007.
I love you, Techno Viking.
Oh,
Love forever.
you're not
Almost
you're not
to the point.
amen.
you're not problematic in my heart because I never because I just ignored the fact. I'm just not. I'm going to pretend you're a fictional creature.
That's
and
right.
it's yeah.
That's right. You're just like your ancestral ghost in
Yeah.
my head.
Yeah.
They summoned him.
The real person who did that march at that event. Fuck that person. We don't need to know about him. But
Exactly.
the Techno Viking, the character
It's just
of,
that video.
without reproach.
So yeah, now you have the prisoner there. Ricardo actually steps closer to you, Genya, and doesn't necessarily like appraise, but sort of looks you up and down and looks at the ship and looks at the mast that covered in ivy, and you get the good hunting.
I think so.
You hear a little bit of dripping from the deck.
If I'm anywhere near, I'm like, they were loaded for bear, but not for tree.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, why am I laughing like that? That's I've been hanging out with some of these other weirdos
Gosh, I
too.
don't know what he's saying.
I'm not sure either.
That's fair.
If you want me to explain it, I'll do it over dinner. Don't worry, it's not a sex thing.
I'm not just said that. We have to think it is a sex thing. now.
Confused
It's like,
face.
I don't think any of us thought it was a sex thing, but now that you've said it's not a sex thing, now I'm thinking it's a sex thing.
Ricardo
Well,
is
we
like,
can
oh,
I haven't walked the dog in a
Do you
while,
have
so
sex with trees?
you know I've heard that. No, I'd better not. Never mind.
Ricardo is like, no, I think I'm on the other team. Every time Rethold speaks, I always assume it's a sex thing.
Which is a good place to start from. And in my I don't know if you've heard any of the stories from my homeland, but there's definitely things where people turn into things and then have sex with other things, and that's
But you don't do that.
not yet. No,
Not yet.
allegedly though. But don't worry about it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm not gonna ask.
It's about the implications.
Right?
The implication.
Leandro sort of does the same and takes his place at your side, sort of make sure you're not injured.
Am I injured?
No, you're not.
Not
Although at this point,
I am.
So am I getting any weird like residual like city echoes?
your
right
head
now?
is like pounding
Okay,
right
well,
now,
Okay.
like full on migraine.
I probably tried
Territory.
to find a place to sit down then.
We need to get Marilena sensory depth chambers.
Right. Yeah, there's a. Are you sure you're okay?
Need to find her a Faraday cage for
You look a little
city
pale.
bender bullshit.
I mean, I'm breathing. Breathing is a thing. I had a conversation with. How do I describe that? It was as if the entire city was a person, and the person was talking to me.
Klaus looks at you, Marcus, as he hears this, like,
Ginger's like, yeah, that tracks.
right?
And I still
He's
feel
like
it.
somebody talking to the city.
Usually you don't want to speak to the ground.
It was not just the ground.
Well, we had
There's
this
nothing
conversation.
wrong with talking to the ground.
There is when it's in.
There is an
it's-
Ison.
Yeah,
I talk to the ground and it's not very nice, but you. That's not its fault.
I get the feeling if you talk to it in the same place as they're from in Iceland, it'd be even
We
more
were in the
rude.
forests.
No, but like the forest isn't where the worst happened.
I mean, there were some pretty terrible things in this forest.
It's pretty much all the same.
Oh, well.
Yeah, pretty much anywhere you go in Iceland, it's bad.
My
It's not
head
its
hurts more
fault.
trying to think about it.
Yes, it looks like you should take a breather.
I'm trying to find somewhere to sit.
Maybe we should head home.
Zhenya stomps her foot and the stump pops up.
So good.
But yes, that is probably fair.
Ooh, for science. Was it louder? Was it the same volume or maybe quieter while we were on the ship?
Which, the voices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quieter when we were on the ship. Although, like,
quieter because we were further from the city.
Exactly.
After-
We can put you out in a dinghy and then you can get a nap.
after you heard the voice, like, speaking to you directly, like, the din was not as concentrated.
Right.
You did not... You're not constantly hearing the city, right? Like, it stopped after a bit. But now you feel drained.
I kind of just like lean against Leandro and then start falling asleep.
Yep. Leandro sort of like...
Like I'm just closing my eyes for a little.
Yep. He's like right next to you on the stump and you sort of plop and before long you're just like...
Basically, I'm tapped out. I no longer have any mana. My lands have all been tapped.
Yep.
Nothing but land.
Buttland.
Buttland. Zhenya, Ricardo sort of pulls you aside a little bit and he takes off his hat and looks at you and then says, I know there's a lot happening right now, but next week.
What is next week?
My family is coming to town this week.
Oh, she's just glowing again.
I think
Literally, just light beaming off of her.
with everything that's happening right now and the Grande's wedding happening shortly, next week is when we should have our ceremony.
Okay.
I've took the liberty of asking the priest at the chapel to reserve the time for us.
Okay.
So if that works, we'll get everything worked out.
That should be fine. I will have to talk to Matushka tonight. Should be fine.
Well, if it like he's like if anything
Suddenly,
is
like
amiss,
judging the weather, like, huh.
yeah, if anything is amiss, let me know. I know it's still spring. If we delay much longer, it won't be anymore. So
Now it needs to be in spring.
we
I know that.
plus who knows when we'll hear cannons over the bay. So it I would rather it be done
That's true.
now.
We need to finish the house. Turn.
Yes, we do.
Pull.
Yep. Yeah.
Now your family's coming.
I have things to work on too, but I'm gonna rest first.
Mm-hmm.
There's no resting for Shenya.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what that means.
Hey, Marlena. Oh, no, there she's gone. Okay.
Yeah, Marlena is like looks like this and just like sitting on the stump against Leandro, just like
Well, she doesn't have to do it. Hey, Leandro.
yes.
Sup?
How long would it take your guys' shop to crack out some sails in specific colors?
How many are we talking?
Well, this one would take, you know, I'm
Right.
like, when full mast and this, you know, so like full ship.
If we prioritize it, probably a couple of days, I would say.
Got anything?
I kind of half mumble, at least do not have to use the good silks.
Oh, I'm no Philistine. We won't use good silk for the sails. We have good canvas that we can.
I'm like, yeah, what? No, silk's terrible for. Good. I'm glad we're all on the same page here.
It would tear immediately.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
No, I have some great canvas straight from the Crescent Empire.
She is exhausted.
He's like, don't use my good silk.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
you know,
then the donkey.
I'll have a palabra I'll have a palabra, or maybe dinero. We need to find a dinero of.
Wait, you don't have one already?
I thought we did.
That's palabra. Oh, do we? No, I think it's
You're
palabra.
losing track of your Jose's.
Look,
now.
there's a lot of Jose's, yo. Jose's on Jose's on Jose's.
Right.
We built this city
You
on
have a lot
Jose's.
of Jose.
We do not. We do not yet have a proper Jose dinero.
You have a lot of Jose's.
Yeah,
This
there's.
is our list
Guys,
of
in-house.
NPCs that I have to pull up like every single time we play a
We didn't even finish scrolling yet!
So
That's beautiful.
that was I
dear.
just stopped midway.
You did! I was just like, oh my god. Okay.
We've got
Like I was exactly in the middle.
Correo, Espada, Junior, Palabra, Marinero, Viejo. Actually, Viejo dead. Viejo died.
Oh, that's right.
That's because he was
Rip Viejo. Yeah, no, it's real dead Tom.
Yeah.
He shot dead Tom. But dead Tom's always been
He
dead.
was already dead.
Oh, clunk. Yeah.
Old Tom. Really old Tom. Dead Tom.
He's
Big
dead now.
fat ugly swart-faced baby-eating O'Brien. I. Oh. God, that's such a good movie. Anyway, I'm like, okay, we'll put in an order and then like do a rush on like 2 ships worth.
For 2 days,
Well,
be acceptable.
Oh well, we're gonna need more than 1 ship. I'm thinking the whole fleet, squadron fleet. It's a fleet. I'm gonna want them on the fleet, but we'll roll them out slowly. I don't want to. I don't know what other projects she has going, and I don't want to interrupt.
Well, most of our outgoing projects have been completed already.
Oh, good.
We have vestments that have been delivered to Father Mazabi. We have several banners that have been completed. He sort of pulls like a book from a belt satchel and starts to read through.
I do the thing where
I get annoyed that the more your arm moves and then like
I do the
try to
thing.
settle
you
back
see him
in.
like sort of rotate back, like so you get like more like the butt side, so like his arms are not in the way.
Instinctively, I do the thing when people enter their password on a computer where I look away. I don't want to look directly
Yeah,
at the
like-
ledger.
Right.
Yeah.
He said, no, I think most of our urgent projects have been taken care of. It looks like many of our employees have been working on some extracurriculars at this point, as per Marlena's instructions in preparation of the coming engagements. But if you have some priority projects, we can definitely retask the crew. Tell me when you would need those done, and if you need more than 1 set, and I will make sure it is delivered by the date.
Definitely 1 set for the Valkyrie. That one definitely rush job 2 days then, and then from there we'll just start outfitting the entire squadron as they're able to be cracked out. And we just got an injection of cash, so to speak. So we've definitely got the material goods, and I'm sure they can bring in some extra hand power for the more mundane stuff.
I'm sure we can retask and probably managed to get these deadlines a little bit faster. So let me get this one to rest, and I will go to the shop and handle some of the reprioritization.
Oh yeah, no rush.
We will get this underway.
I mumble something about the old woman being angry that I dropped a stitch.
Oh, don't invoke her. You told us about her. She's scary.
Yeah. She'll rise straight from the dust.
She still knows.
Yeah.
She reminds me every day.
She'll crawl out from under your bed.
Chill wind flows through.
So yes, it seems like there's a couple of tasks. Leandro sort of picks up Marilena, which at this point seems to be a theme in every session that we run. Somebody picks up Marilena.
Oh.
throws her over their shoulder.
That happened with Retold previously.
No, it was more of a piggyback because she needed her hands.
Yeah.
He was wearing a Marlena backpack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm the mobile weapons platform, and she's the...
I just put like 0 points in brawl and athletics and things. So.
Leandro just picks up Marilena and he's like, we'll go put this one to bed, and then I will head on to the shop and we will get started. And he picks up the pace. Ricardo looks at Genia and is like, well, I suppose it's back to carpentry and finishing work for us.
Well, the only thing that's the house is standing and the inside is ready. It just needs to be filled with things, but I need to start another one before more people. I don't know where I'm going to put everyone.
The house might already be filled with things. Because your family stayed there already.
Oh, no, I mean like we need chairs and table and...
I didn't stutter.
Oh, okay.
You know how your family is.
No, that's fair.
There will be some mismatched furniture.
Perfect. Beautiful.
I don't know where they got it, but
Wouldn't have it any other way.
I definitely saw some furniture being moved in.
Right.
So,
there's probably some furniture moved in. There's probably some new things that got made, like basic furniture that's been built.
Stuff that was on the side of the road with a big free sign on it.
Right.
Yep.
And then got fixed up.
There's a Nordic track. You don't know how that got
What the
there.
hell is this?
Yep.
It moves on it. This is
A
not
couple of
It's actually a Vestin track. Thank you.
a Vesta track.
A couple of the really, really big trees in the plaza are like suspiciously missing branches.
I feel like some of the old, abandoned furnitures probably belong to the profit stores and those other people that were running away.
we have sacked, a number of places have been just, basically was,
we killed everyone inside, so there's free furniture
yeah,
now.
not repossessed, but whatever, when the cops
Yeah.
take something, when they seize something,
Yeah.
it's like that.
Seized.
Yeah,
Or
see.
repossessed, yeah.
Palabra did.
There's another word for this that I'm...
Confiscated.
Requisitioned.
It's fine. It'll come to me later.
Tactically acquired.
Repoed? Sorry.
Repossession.
Repossessed.
Repossess me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's also some pieces of furniture that Palabra just had shipped over there because he was already putting furniture into Rethold's new
Right.
factory. So
Oh, yeah. Some nice wrought iron pieces because, iron works. So,
So the house that's going to be beside ours, does it, for your family, does it need 5 rooms or 7?
five should be fine.
Okay. I can have that done very quickly.
Yeah, you're just gonna sprout the other houses.
Yeah.
Now that you've built your own.
Yeah, no, that one needed to be specially built
Yeah.
with the 2 of us, but the other ones, they're prefabs.
Like the Sears catalog houses.
They're
Yeah.
like Earth prefab.
Yeah, I'm just like,
You had a blueprint and you just made the same one great.
Well, that's the thing, though, is like
called
Jenny
slab.
Ricardo's will have that more like Castilian look to it, but the other ones will be completely like Usuran,
Oh.
what she's used to, kind of thing.
Perfect. So, yeah, unless there's some more group business, like Ricardo is ready to step over there with you and get to work. Jimena, you have a sack full of knives, and yeah, you're devout, and those daggers don't feel great already. Especially like in a batch like that, like there's some bad juju.
I can't get the last one I put in without making terrible sounds.
And that's the
I'm actually considering like putting this on like a plate or in a bowl, and just because I'm like,
Yeah.
there's like a whole Oreo worth of goodies down there.
you see that?
Yeah,
So,
I usually have to I part the top of there and just dump it into my mouth.
one of our friends. Well, for those of you who were with us when we went at Foxtail last week, like you saw the bag full of like Milka chocolate that Victoria gave us. One of those was an Oreo brownie
Ooh.
chocolate bar,
Wow.
and it was the best fucking thing. It tasted like a chocolate Oreo wafer.
Nice.
It was amazing. I was like, I could have eaten like 7 of those.
Oh.
I'm pretty justified in giving Sadiq Iskandar to
Whoa.
like everyone in the squadron, right?
Yeah.
Because like,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
At this point, that makes perfect sense. So yeah, Jimena, if you want to go do some experimentation, you have your shed at the house. You can also set up a lab at your new house because you have a full.
Oh my god, I have
It's
a
your
full ass
estate.
mansion.
You
Yeah.
have a manor.
Oh, there's gonna be Jimena's like, oh, that's how I bought that.
Yep.
Like for reals.
You have a college of sciences at your fucking estate.
Fucking-
Now here's the question. Do you just have the lab somewhere, or do you put it behind a secret door?
Obviously behind a secret door.
Behind a
Of
secret
course.
door. Are you fucking insane?
Are we? We're not fucking lame over
Just
here.
look, I'm just making sure.
Don't be stupid.
I'm clarifying to make sure that you're being a proper, obscenely rich person.
Because you
Eccentric.
have had the house, I will let you like nosebleed. You haven't given some marching orders to your house staff to be like, set this up.
These are the
for me."
things I need.
Yeah, and
Well, after the murder wing was cleaned
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
yes. You're perfectly justified having been like, here's a shopping list, and I need you to set this up, and I need you to. Evine had already set up like secret trap doors and secret walls in a couple places, so you can repurpose one of those to have your secret mad scientist laboratory.
It's behind. You have to push a bookcase, and then there's a stairway that goes down.
Yep. So
Yeah, Jimena's going. She's got the full Yzma.
Pull the
But
lever.
weren't expecting
this. Oh, okay.
But with the
The
thing-
goggles.
the things that Ichabod Crane has in Sleepy
Oh.
Hollow,
Oh,
where
yeah.
it's just all the different you can switch
Lenses,
the lenses out.
Nice.
there you go. So yeah, if you walk to your new estate, of course your house staff
You gotta get a carriage, girl.
welcomes you back.
Hola.
It's
How
been
are
days
you?
since the bloodbath. Are you okay?
You're well. We're thankful to be graced with your presence today. The house is as you have requested. There's some fresh bread in the kitchen as well, waiting for you, as per your instructions.
Your estate is Safeway.
Yep.
Fresh bread
Yep.
until.
His own counter with hot dogs.
You should open a soup
Pasta
kitchen
salad.
for the days you're not there. Do some public works.
Yeah, Jimena goes. She's like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "That is the nicest thing I have heard in several days."
Right? So yeah, you step into the house and you head to your secret wall. Pull the book in the bookshelf. The bookshelf opens.
I feel like it's like the old Batman show where I get on the pole, and by the time I get down to
Yeah.
the bottom of the pole, I have the full,
Yeah, your full get up.
my full evil
There's
scientist.
a pole with like Jimena.
Yeah,
Like
Jimena.
there's a Jimena sign on it. And there's a guest pole
Yeah.
on the other side as well. If you go down the guest pole, you don't get the get up at the bottom.
No.
You don't get automatically dressed.
They
by
go
some
through
weird-
separate chutes.
Yep.
Only mine has the outfit.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
The other one just takes off all your clothes and you just show up. Where did everything go? What's going on here?
What would you like to know?
And then you're deloused.
You land down at the bottom of the other pole, like in your skivvies, your hair shaved off as well as your eyebrows.
And then
It's like-
Jimenez there waiting, and then flips the little plaque around that looks blank, but it actually says subject.
Yep. You land at the bottom and you're in a glass tube.
Yep.
So yes, you have now your little laboratory. It is built in one of the secret rooms. Apparently that was part of the matter, and it might have been like a wine cellar at some point, because there's some like rough hewn stone and to the walls, basically.
Of course you
And
do.
yeah, there's a bunch of the equipment you requested, including the required chemist tables there with like a bunch of like
Squiggly glass
yep.
things.
There's like tubes going from one to the other, because why
Eye
not?
flasks, because
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
3D Mobius strips are cool.
Yep.
No
Yep.
other reason.
There's a Klein glass in there. Like an infinite.
Ooh, one of those
glass.
like round.
Like a Klein bottle.
Yep.
Sorry, I just thinking of it because of Breaking Bad, which is kind of sad. But whatever.
So yeah, you have the run of your laboratory.
Nice. Jimena is going to take the sack. Well, she hasn't like wrapped in a thing. She's gonna set that down. She's gonna go get herself some gloves. Because she's like, I don't want to touch these
Yeah,
with my bare hands.
smart.
And she's gonna roll them out like a knife roll. I'll just be like, what are
You know what is your problem?
you?
So let's.
An experiments.
I will.
Marcus is just looking
Okay,
for
it's
places to be helpful.
Weird science.
Yep. Yeah. A lady comes out after the experiment. You just created a woman. And there's a weird fucking turd goblin named
I mean-
Chet.
If it's a, if it's what's her name from Weird Science, I'll be happy about that.
Yes.
Elizabeth Berkley.
No.
No,
who
that's
was
No,
My brain wanted to say Sigourney Weaver.
No,
I know
yeah,
that.
the
no, that's
one
not
from
good.
the movie, her last name is Brock. Kelly Brock?
Kelly Brock.
Kelly
Yeah.
Brock. Okay, yeah.
Although that woman's judgment is a little impaired because she was married to Steven Seagal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no!
And the girl, the lady from the TV show, I forget what her name was. Vanessa something, I think.
Although, admittedly, that's an aside, but I laughed really hard this week because somebody from Sally's group posted a screenshot and they were like, I was trying to watch like Steven Universe, and the streaming show like had like the show name and the show description, but the screenshot of the series was a still from Steven Seagal Lawman. It was like Steven Universe. And it was like, huh.
That's an
It's
exceedingly
Kira.
different show if that
Yeah.
was Steven Seagal.
It was
Yeah.
Kira. And Kira was like, I didn't know where the show was gonna go, but that's an unexpected direction. It's like, that is great. Admittedly, that man would love if there was a show called Steven Universe.
Oh,
Of course there would
that he
be.
was the star
Oh, yeah.
of. All right, so why don't we have you roll Let's go with a scholarship roll, maybe. And I'll let you, because you're putting your flair as a mad scientist. I'll let you roll panache with it. You're just panaching your way through, figuring out what these daggers are. You didn't have to go to a bat cave to figure this out, but
Nice.
Define have to.
How much
Right.
XP would you say I would need to spend per adventure for the ship? Like 2,
good question. Yeah,
like 5,
I would say 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
Good medium.
Now I have to math.
Yep. Math time. Rethel, you're while this is happening, you're getting busy with ships in more ways than one.
So this Samartian ship no, still didn't come to me. Okay, that we pilfered. I'm giving it outclassed, which means it defeated a ship that was either larger, had more guns, or blah blah.
Yep.
It also had gold drives Amanda Dream, which means it earned 10 wealth from selling cargo in one voyage.
Absolutely.
And I also gave it hot pursuit, escape a city with authorities on your heels. I believe these are things this ship may have done in the past.
Yeah. It 100% did. It was attempting to do it
Again,
more time,
yeah.
and was promptly stopped in its tracks.
I was also considering, well, excuse me, princess, which is transport a member of Thean royalty from one port to another, which gives you, due to your success, any NPC with noble blood.
Wait, is this actually in the book? Excuse
Yeah.
me, princess.
Yeah, motherfucker,
What?
look at that.
Oh my god, that's great.
The ship advantages are fucking great.
Yeah, sorry, gold drives a man to dream is one of them.
Rethel is the only one playing that particular
I'm like,
game.
it's,
No, I'm
it's
aware.
a great game, y'all.
Go read those descriptions when you get a chance. They're great.
So, yeah, the benefit is
Is that
that...
5?
You know what?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Fuck it. I have so many hero points.
Yeah, there you go.
I got 6.
Cash it in. Okay.
I even got a 10. I couldn't make it happen for myself.
Oh.
369. Damn, she fine.
Before I get to those results, Marcus, are you
Drop it low.
doing anything? Like everybody is sort of going into separate directions?
Marcus. So the one thing that makes Marcus a little bit different from the rest of the crew is that he had all of his like out of combat things that he needs to do are back in Ison.
Yeah.
So he's hanging out here with you guys, helping out until y'all are able to come and help me deal with the shit in Ison. So.
Yep.
Well, if you want to come with me and Ricardo,
If you want to go help,
we're
do some
building
construction
houses.
work.
Yeah.
That sounds like good things to do with
And move some
strong
furniture
Ison
around.
backs.
Yep.
And also, letting getting Heinrich to go off and help with. Where should Heinrich go? Heinrich should go with.
I have lots of cousins.
Yeah. There's a lot of fucking
You
people.
can come
out
to
there.
my laboratory.
I mean, I'm kind of considering your reputation for uplifting young gentlemen. I'm kind of considering that maybe you do need to hang out. Heinrich needs to hang out with you,
Heinrich will be your
Marcus.
lab assistant.
That's the other poll. It just says Enrique.
Well, that's the funny because
He can be my
that's the
Kronk.
funny- That's the funny thing because Jimena will play with them while Zhenya's gonna marry them off.
Yep.
Jimena will help them walk the dog, if you will.
They have a good teamwork going. Like Jimena will get them ready for marriage, and then Zhenya will actually pair them and marry them off.
Jimena will aspire them to greatness.
Yeah.
Yes.
You will help.
In that case, then yes,
you will help
Heinrich,
make them a man, whereas she will help make them an honest man.
Well, to be fair, the only person that
Yeah,
Jimena
no,
has
I don't
done-
mean you're gonna walk the dog with them. You're
Yeah,
gonna
No,
help
yeah,
them
yeah,
to
yeah,
walk the
yeah,
dog.
help them learn how to walk
Yeah.
the dog with
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no.
Yeah, you're not the one making. You're helping make. You're
Yeah.
helping them
Yes.
make themselves.
That's
Yeah.
that's all for Sebastian.
Yeah, Marcus,
100%,
you're
we
the
know,
chess
yeah.
master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus and Klaus will join you to go help build houses and
Yeah.
other things, and Heinrich can go with you to be your crunk.
Pull the lever, Heinrich.
Some
So now
protege.
you'll get like a lot more like, oh, the house is yours.
Same.
Ah.
For some reason, Heinrich suddenly starts being like, "This is a
Hey.
poison. This is a poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
He comes
It's
down
It's
to
the poison for Verdugo.
into the laboratory,
Basically.
Verdugo's poison.
It's almost the same.
right? he comes down the pole into the laboratory and he has like a robe with a hood suddenly, and he's like,
Oh, I figured he was dressed like a French maid, but that's
he's
okay.
like hunched over. Well, he might. He
What
went
would
up-
him, like, if...
No, he's in his lederhosen for some weird reason. I mean, it's just lederhosen with a nice lab coat over the
Right.
top.
He
Very
lands at the
short.
He
bottom.
looks like he's not wearing any clothes under the lab
Right.
coat.
Lederhosen is for very specific events. We don't wear it all the time.
He still has all
Just so
of
happens
his
those
shit,
events are Saturday.
right? It still has like all of his stuff, like his belt, like his bandolier and everything, but like he comes down the pole and his shirt is missing. But only his shirt.
That's about right.
So yeah, now you have a lab assistant.
She's like, don't touch anything.
Yeah, now Heinrich doesn't touch things, but he asks a lot of questions about what is actually happening.
Fun fact, I don't know either.
That's the fun part. I don't know.
It's like, that's what we are going to find out.
Brendan's like, yeah, well, kid, like, stick around and find out.
I have this.
Find out together.
I have this method. It has two parts. It's fuck around and find out. I'm thinking of calling it the scientific method.
Somewhere you need that science happen.
Right?
Have you
We're
seen
lucky
that? Have you
to
seen
do
that
Yeah,
meme?
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a much smaller chance that anything will explode. You've been here a couple months ago, it would have been a different story. But I've gotten a lot better.
See how there's an actual number on that board that says days since explosion?
It's like a number bigger than zero.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
it's progress.
It's
Yeah.
the first time. Right now it's at 0. It's great.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Yeah, like I feel like at least at one point, like he asked him, "Oh, so what are you putting on there?" And like, "Well, I'm not sure." You just
No, she gives out a long list of
Compounds.
compounds and chemical things. Megan doesn't know anything about
no.
chemistry. because-
It's
But
and at this
Jimena
point-
does. I mean, at least
Jimena has learned through experience.
Jimena has a working knowledge of what medieval people would think of chemistry. So
Yeah,
Jimena has an instinctive knowledge of chemistry, which I feel is very, I don't know.
Maybe you don't always know the scientific words for them, but
Yeah.
you know what they do.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
right. Like it's mixed with like theology sometimes, right?
This is floof powder.
Yep.
Right,
It makes things fluffy.
This is this bouncy silver liquid. I'm not supposed to touch it.
right.
Yeah.
You
Like, don't touch
crazy.
that one. Don't touch that one either. Hand me that, but be very careful.
Right.
Don't get it on your skin.
You see the question of
Lick nothing.
If you get it on your skin, cut it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Your skin? Cut off the skin it's touching.
Yep, Heinrich almost asks why is the inert good solution placed between the two incredibly volatile ones, but he thinks better of it and just follows
It's
instructions.
like, oh, Jimena has this whole place memorized.
Yep,
It's like Howl's Moving Castle. Don't.
th-
Don't.
there's,
Don't move my shit.
there's a system.
Yep. It may
Um,
not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me.
all right. Well, some of your fears are founded as you study these daggers. You don't have quite enough to know, like you wouldn't be able to recreate the process, but you're reasonably convinced these things do more than damage someone's body. It damages their essence.
Ooh.
Yes.
Hey.
Yep.
So
Sorry. So whatever bird I attach to this, it's going to be the malapert, which is a
excuse me, good.
raunchy or saucy individual.
How do you spell that?
So exactly
Oh,
like you
this
think.
guy?
Oh,
M-A-L-E.
I'm following this
Yeah.
motherfucker from hell to breakfast. So you just all day every day. Thank you, Don
That
Healy.
is a word. Okay.
malapert.
It didn't
Yeah.
tell me what are you spelling, asshole.
Yeah.
So okay.
So,
And
yeah.
also, apparently, this example involves someone named Bert, and I'm like, it's meant to be.
Bert the
Beautiful.
malapert.
Yeah.
So yeah, because Jimena is a devout Vatican instead of the word essence, like the word that comes to your mind is like this you can stab someone's soul with this.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's
Cassowary.
immortal soul.
Magical.
I like it, but I need like 2 syllables most.
Oh, 2 syllables. Damn. Magpie?
I was
Really
thinking
small.
finch, but
Heron?
like finch doesn't quite slap on it. Maybe
A
What about
tit.
Sparrow.
Malapert
What
tit.
about a gannet?
Titmouse.
Yeah.
Great tit.
There you go.
And you can't use raven. Is that too
Emu.
on the nose?
A roseate spoonbill.
Night
Dreadhawk.
Syllables, rabbit. Come on.
Dreadhawk.
Right.
It's
The
Nightjar.
Malapert dreadhawk.
it's Nova Scotia's actual bird. Or
It's
state bird.
Halifax's-
Halifax's national bird.
Halifax is a
Official bird.
official bird is the
Plover,
dreadhawk.
nightjar,
Blue-footed ruby.
Malapert plover.
Plover.
Andean
Egret.
cock of the
How
rock.
about egret?
Ostrich.
A quetzal.
Oh my god. I'm not
Sparrow.
going to show Lisa the picture.
Please
I have
don't.
a picture of an Andean cock of the
Ooh,
rock.
a spoonbill.
That's
No,
a
yeah,
nightmare
no, yeah.
bird.
Shoebill.
Yeah, shoebill.
Pelican.
Malapert
One
Fuck,
of
shoebill.
fuck that shoebill. What was
Penguin.
that, Sally?
So,
I said pelican, but too long.
Penguin.
That's
Osprey.
Okay. Well, the ship is from fantasy Yugoslavia, so you know we're
Chicken.
and also it's being named by a Vestin with some input from a multicultural team.
Nuthatch.
Canary.
come on, Tony. You know you want to name it woodcock.
I mean, the Malapert tit is a strong contender, but
Malapert woodcock.
The great Malapert tick. Tit.
What about
Tick, tick.
rough-faced shag?
A common kingfisher.
That's what happens when you go walk the dog.
What about a tern?
Malapert.
There's also a bird called the grape tit. So
No, yeah, that yeah,
There's also a bird called a coot. They're really
Yes.
yeah,
prolific around here.
yeah. There are a lot of coots around.
Hornbill.
Yep. Oh yeah, American
A
bush
swift.
tit.
I love
If you go
what
with Finch,
this has
maybe you
given the table. Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just add something to finch, like there's
Patu.
goldfinch,
Malapert patu.
bullfinch, finch,
Other finch.
Yep.
a wren.
Oh, excuse me.
We already have a ring.
There is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
sable
Yeah.
wren.
Here. I'm not gonna show Lisa because it's.
Yeah, I'm just
but
over
this
here.
is what the cock of the rock looks like.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Where the fuck is it? Where?
wanna
Okay,
know
is
where-
that? It's right there.
I mean, it kind of looked like a dick.
Oh, yeah,
Sort of.
yeah.
Here. Lisa's not looking.
Oh yeah, that's
That's a bird.
No, yeah.
that's yeah.
It is a bird.
Yeah.
It's not even that horrible. It's just off. Like
Yeah.
you're not missing much, Lisa. It just imagine like a
Something
Imagine that like a
something out of
like a-
Dante's Inferno.
like
yeah,
a
sure.
like a parrot without a beak.
Yeah. Like imagine a kid, like a 3-year-old, started to draw a bird but didn't finish.
Yeah,
They
got
got
tired of
frustrated.
trying. Yeah.
They're like, I'm gonna draw a circle for the head, and then I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna put an eye, and then that's it. Done.
Yeah, no thanks.
A pipit.
Drongo? What the
Like a
fuck's a
mix of-
drongo?
I just saw that. What about a scrub wren?
Kestrel. Wait, do we have kestrel?
No.
Kestrel's great.
Malapert kestrel?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't sound right.
Or greater Wallachian drongo. Of course, there's a greater.
Well, Wallachia is where Vlad the Impaler lived. So
Nice.
that's
Oh,
Eastern
yeah,
Europe.
yeah. Formerly considered to be the conspecific with the hair-crested drongo. Dear God.
The most metal bird
The
name of all
mouth-
time. Goat sucker, which is a real
The
thing.
what? Goat
Goat
sucker?
sucker.
Oh, does it actually? Ooh, shrike! I just
One of
thought
them
it
is
was
also called satanic goat sucker.
Yep,
Nice.
that's about
Holy
right.
shit!
Metal.
To go right along with
Is
the-
everybody just looking at like the Wikipedia of
Yeah,
birds?
basically.
I basically wrote Yugoslavian birds, and I'm seeing what happens.
diabolical nightjar. Also pretty
Okay.
fucking metal.
I like nightjar. That sounds cool.
Malapert nightjar.
There's
Yeah,
also
this
something
is where
called
we're
a horn screamer.
Nice.
Oh, that Tony. More pork.
Warbler.
All right.
A crate.
Starling?
We've been on this society long enough.
I don't know if I'm done. I'm not done yet.
The terrifying part about these things is that this is something that you can recover from, but enough stab from this thing might cause irreparable damage. So from Jimena's perspective, these are weapons that may cause irreparable damage to an immortal soul. Meaning, with your belief system, like it probably gets you dragged straight down to Legion. So it's like they're probably go to hell knives.
Ooh, the Malapert Lark. And then it's
There
a
you go.
triple entendre.
Like it.
Yep. And now we have a whole list of inappropriate bird names to fall back on.
We'll use them. We'll fucking use them. I want to steal more ships.
Of the ones I suggested, I like turn. It'll be useful later.
Turn's
Turn
good.
is good.
No, there were a lot of winners in there, but I was like,
No, not the catapult.
yeah, no, they're definitely Malapert. I saw that video. Everyone fucking saw that video.
Yep.
If you haven't seen that video, you need to see them. They are until they start humping your cameraman's head,
And make them bleed.
and then they're hilarious.
Wait, are those the knives you're talking about? Are the ones that one of the people on the boat had? Or
All
am I
the
just-
people on the boat.
Yep.
had
All
them.
of them.
Yeah, a lot of them
I don't know.
have
They
those
never
knives.
stabbed me with one.
And now I got to come up with 11
Jenny also got
names.
stabbed with one at some
Yeah,
point.
I've
but
been stabbed
way
with one.
earlier when you were going to
I remember that. I was there
release
for that.
a
but
bunch
yeah.
of people in Liso. The interrogator had one of those knives.
Yeah. When I was
This is
in the
particularly
underground dungeon.
insidious because these people are related to the Inquisition, meaning if they torture someone to death with one of these knives, like they may forcefully send them to Legion, which is
That's
They're
not
like Dementor knives.
Yeah.
weirdly enough, like the demon cat doesn't seem so bad.
Well, at least I guess you just don't exist at all after that, right?
I was about to say, yeah, that's a hell of an existential conversation. It's like, would you rather not exist? Would you rather have your immortal soul be suspended, or would you rather be in eternal torment? Gee,
Yeah.
I guess not.
I don't know. I feel like if I chose the torment, I'd want to not exist.
Yeah, right?
But if I chose to not exist, I wouldn't really know.
Yeah, there's, it's like,
Oh no, it's too.
Yeah.
Okay, it's too late at night.
I'm just
having a process right now.
I'm
But
just
is there-
gonna add this little loop to your conundrum. Like you're not exactly sure where the people that the cat eats go. So
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Fate doesn't go there.
nope.
they go to his litter box in the Fae,
Yep.
which is kind of like Legion, but more sand.
Or sand.
It's made of bone dust.
Right? There you go, yeah.
Yep.
Takes home.
Kicks it out.
That's right.
Yep.
God damn it, cat.
Kicks
And he's
it out.
and he's like, what are you gonna do about it? And his fucking Tom Waits bullshit voice.
The cat kicks its back leg, and then a cloud of bone dust and three
Yeah.
bodies come out.
Scoop my man turd. Sorry, corpse turd, which opened for that other heavy metal band
Yeah.
we were talking about
Scoop
earlier.
my mentor open for Bring Me the Horizon.
Apparently, our friends went to see, what was it? Dying Fetus,
Yeah,
which was an
I saw
actual.
9 fetus ones.
Are you kidding or?
No,
for
yeah,
real?
no,
that's a
that's a
real
real one.
band.
That-
That's
was
what we're
a-
saying.
That
Like,
was a
it's
real
like
one.
I saw
I
dying
can't tell
fetus-
sometimes.
I
Were
saw
they
dying
morbid
fetus
angel?
with cryptopsy.
Oh.
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Like vampire dysentery. That definitely sounds like a real band name.
There we go.
It
yeah.
does.
Yeah.
So I
It
feel
is
like
part of 13
it sounds a little
Tapes.
less metal to me.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
So it
A
is.
little more like. I don't know.
No, like
Oh, is it
the
up on Weavers?
death metal bands
And
have
books.
pretty much like names.
But I
and,
almost think of it more like okay, that's metal, but it's kind of post rocky metal a little bit.
Oh, they're definitely in different sub-subgenres, but yeah.
So yeah, Heinrich looks at you like staring at these things for a
very
bit,
interesting
and
look.
like after like a long pause, he's like that. I don't understand what's happening. It doesn't look good.
And frankly, I'm too scared to ask at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
He sort of let like a long moment pass, and he's like,
Occasionally, he does the Tina groan.
yeah.
Is it only in the
It's in the. I'm in the USA, but it's only in photo books.
photo book? Okay.
Yeah. It's very
Oh, it says
interesting.
coming soon.
He looks like Yamaguchi from Haikyuu.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it
okay.
does.
Take this to be the way.
I know. I'm just being.
It's a very interesting look for Dino.
You want me to help you separate out your pens?
She kind of looks at him. She's like, Enrique. Like-
Yes.
She's like, what kind of things do you believe in?
Oh boy.
Icing, other than scary ghosts and undead things.
Really,
I don't believe
As
it.
far as,
They're real.
as I would say, as for backstory for that, he
yeah.
was raised.
He's objection. Actually.
Yeah, he is young enough to be
I mean,
entirely
you
raised
believe in
objectionist.
theist.
You say as you hold one of these daggers that eat
Yeah.
your soul.
Oh, she's not. I mean, she's got gloves on.
Yeah,
she's
but-
like,
Soul-eating gloves.
Is that?
It's weird though. If you don't believe it, where did it send you
I'm not super liking where this line of questioning is going.
it's like, no judgment.
Oh, Justin!
Yeah, now.
I mean, like,
No offense, but
I mean,
Oh,
Jimena
man.
is super devout Vatican, but she doesn't like
Yeah.
the church.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
kind of understands.
she would be. Yeah, she.
how
Yeah.
objectionists
And
Yeah.
feel about it.
there's a through line of common beliefs.
I mean, he's you know, Lutheran to my
Mhm.
Catholic, so.
Yeah.
But, she's like, so you believe in Legion, Jace?
I mean, I think we're all required to. There.
That's fair.
I say, so this, I'm decently positive. These assholes have found a way to just send people to Legion.
He inadvertently like takes one step
That's
back.
where you look at?
Yeah.
From the knife, like just like military training, like create distance
Mhm.
between yourself and a weapon that can injure you. Like you sort of
Yeah.
like takes a step back and he's just like looking at it and he's like,
Fair.
It's like, I don't know how they did it, but I have seen the kinds of things that they get up to in Lisa. And that's what these do. They cut your soul away.
that's there's like a
She like sets it down.
low like sound that just like escapes from him and he just looks at that and he's like, what do we do with these?
Yeah, my friend got stabbed with this.
Right?
That part I don't know. I don't know how to make one.
That's probably
Not
for
that I
the
would
best.
want to make one.
Yeah. Well, that's concerning.
Gently.
He looks like a little bit paler, and he's like, with the kind of battles we fight and the way my father and my uncle have been teaching me, the piece that makes it worthwhile is that we're doing it for our people and for the land and for the promise that there will be something better after this. But then if you die to one of these things, and he sort of trails off after that, like almost not wanting to formulate out loud the conclusion to that thought. And he pauses and finally he says, yeah, I understand the different kind of monster comment now.
Jimena kind of stares at them and she like rolls the bundle back up and she's like, come with me.
Yep. It immediately like falls in the ring.
Back into lab.
Yep.
There's like a door that slides open. There's a stairway to go back up because you can't go up the poles.
Yep.
You could try.
Let's not be let's not be
You're right.
ridiculous.
In the fucking Batman TV show, I think they had like a hydraulic like platform.
Yeah.
That would go
strap
back
them
up. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, 100%.
I have to have like a red. We wouldn't have telephones, but like.
Oh, the little horn
Yeah.
or something that twists up when you want to use it. Yeah.
That's it.
It's flashing. There's a call from the chief.
It's like a red horn that you have up into the house, so you go up the window.
Few moments. Hola.
Yep. It summons Jose Correo.
I need you to take this message.
Yeah, he follows you up.
And we find the very elaborate fire pit that I'm sure this house has.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, let's see what happens. And I drop them in there. And then And has he seen me? Like, I mean, I'm sure he's seen fire things
Yeah.
happen around me, but has he noticed that it's actually, other than me spitting acid
Well,
at
now
him
he's
that one
very
time?
close to it, so he you see him like noticing, but at this point he sort of almost takes it in stride because
Notice you.
a lot of shit has been happening around. Like, but he does have a look of like, well, that confirms it, right? The fire burns hot. You see like the leather around like the handles like crackle and break and bubble up. The blades seem to heat up, but they retain their shape.
Oh shit. Put them in a proper crucible and see what happens, or did you turn it up that hot?
Oh, Jimena's got it going like.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's feeling hot, hot, hot.
It'll take a minute. Like you have to crank up the heat like quite a bit, and then the blades start to turn red hot, and eventually, like you see them start to lose their shape and like sort of puddle out. But now you have a bunch of melted metal goop at the bottom of your fire pit.
You probably know like what smelt points are for various metals, so you'd have an idea of what this is at. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like what's it equivalent to? Or
It's this metal is taking way more heat than it normally should, but heat does affect it. The burning point, the smelting point is much higher than you would expect. Like it looks like kind of darkened steel, more or less. But you've had to crank up the heat like significantly before it finally gives up and melts.
Well, that makes this more complicated.
Yeah, it will take a sustained heat like this for a bit, or just throw them down in like a preheated crucible, right? Like at the right temperature, it will do it. It will be harder to destroy them mid-battle because
Yeah.
it will take a sustained source of heat, and that's probably intentional. Either that or whatever bad juju is on these things like requires some extra durability, right?
Mm-hmm. Jimenez kind of like, interesting.
On the plus side, you've not destroyed the bundle that you did have, so that one is not doing anything anymore.
Now I just have a bunch of raw metal.
Yeah,
But that's okay, because that means more experiments.
you know what? Like, roll me another.
We can make bullets and be assholes.
Like
Oh
scholarship.
god, that would be awful.
Oh, you could make Evine arrowheads.
Right?
Fuck.
Jimenez doesn't want to inflict these on anybody.
That's true. Evine's also
Anybody?
developed,
Anybody?
I think. Although Evine
I mean,
has also
Verdugo, maybe. She's gonna make a special. This is for killing.
Oh, we can.
Iron cross
Oh, you could
stake.
you could
Stab through his heart.
you could fucking Magneto him and just like inject him full of it and be like, ah. Anyway,
I mean, that guy sucks anyway.
Right?
that guy sucks anyway.
Hey, it sounds like it is.
after like
Hell yeah.
5+ years of this game where this man has been portraying doing various like war crimes and human atrocities.
He kinda
That
sucks,
guy
huh?
sucks anyway. 8. As you keep the heat going, your train alchemista eye starts to see like a dark
No, I'm taking my socks off.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to-
vaporous
No,
Oh,
my
excuse me, goodness.
My
gas
feet were upset.
emanating from this pile of metal.
That's fair. I agree.
Almost like sustained heat. And you know the irony does not escape you because it's fucking lake of fire level of heat you're applying at this point seems to be getting that enchantment to dissipate. You hear like a kind of like a hiss from it and like that darkened stuff. Like you see Heinrich like lean forward like
She's like-
to it. And yes.
She does the mom, like, we're coming to a sharp stop in the
Yep.
Bomb arm.
mom arm.
You do the stop short
Yep.
motion.
Yep.
And again, just like as when the reality settled with him earlier, the moment your arm comes up, he pulls back and pulls back another step away from your arm. And yeah, you see if you maintain the heat, like if you don't stop what you're doing, like eventually that sort of black misty stuff like starts to rise up and eventually
As it starts to rise up, Jimena, like, pulls a file and, like, through it. If that's even possible to catch it.
No, you it's very like wispy, but you do manage to capture some in a little vial, and then as you keep the rest of the heat, eventually like it stops hissing and the rest has sort of evaporated. If you look at the little vial that you have, the misty stuff in there is not staying inert, like it almost like rolls. It moves inside the bottle.
Makes a little skull.
Right, almost, right? Like it looks like it's
Dark mark.
it looks like
Well,
a
it's like, you know, anytime
snake
there's
of,
poison in a fucking
Yeah, that's true.
cartoon, like
yeah, yeah.
like
Scully
the
reference.
apple in Snow White.
It bubbles up.
If you look at the pattern, like it almost looks like a little snake made out of smoke because it seems to trace like you could almost like
mark.
you could almost like pick a spot that would be like a head and it just like moves about. Like,
She's like, that's not how that normally works.
yeah, Heinrich is like, is that safe?
No.
No, I
Define
would
safe.
imagine not. So we're going to keep the top on so that it can't get out.
That seems like a good idea. So yeah, you have a bundle of new discoveries. Your butler actually shows up after a little bit because it smells like smelting metal in the house now. And he's like,
Hello, Alfred.
anything I could help clean for you.
I think in this case it is best if you avoid. Let me do this one.
Understood. And then he gives like a bit of side eye to the burning metal and takes a step back and a couple of steps back and bows.
Who is our new mistress?
Exits the room.
What the fuck is this noise?
Like, don't worry about it. It's like, I pay you well.
Yep. No. There's no questions whatsoever. This is a mansion that used to be owned by, Castilian aristocracy. Like he's like, I'm not paid to ask questions.
I've seen worse. But if you drip that shit on my floor, I swear to God.
Like,
No, I would never.
you probably got a question at some point when you bought the house. It's like, do you want to keep the closet full of animal masks?
Burn them.
They probably just used it for weird sex stuff.
Burn them.
Same answer, yes.
Now, go on.
Like, they should be disinfected.
Yeah.
Smart. Be sensible. We might need
So
those.
she takes her vial of miasma
Yep.
and she like takes the leftover metal and she like breaks a piece off of it and then she takes the rest of it and like buries it somewhere because she's like, I feel like
Yeah.
the bad stuff came out of it and that's what this is, but I don't know.
There you go.
But she wants to keep a piece because now she can do more things
Yep.
with it.
You'll be able to study this thing. I'll be able to find out exactly where it's from.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right.
Maybe I can turn it into gold.
Yep.
I thought you were going to say ghosts.
I heard that too.
No, the last thing Jimena wants to do is turn anything into ghosts.
Right. Admittedly, like, fucking Renaissance era alchemists would have been, like, even more crazy interesting if that was the idea.
Turning lead into ghosts.
Let me see if I can turn this lead into ghosts.
I mean, that's what firearms were invented for.
Ah, nice.
That's,
Huh.
yes.
I learned a
100%.
That's the second best joke you made today.
Oh, thank you.
That's right.
You'll be here all night.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 100% true. We did find a way to turn lead into ghosts. A lot of them.
Boom.
Meanwhile, in a little side neighborhood, there's a lot of hustle and bustle around Eugenia's little house. There's the smell of a certain food cooking on the hearth.
It makes her a little teary-eyed, like showing up and being like, I haven't been home
Yeah.
in like 11 years.
But
However
here it
many
is.
years it took me to find Veronica,
Mm-hmm.
and like,
Veronica is here,
Yeah.
actually. Everybody's speaking in the Surin. It's like a commune in there. Like, there's people cooking, there's people doing other things. Like, you see, like, there's people outside, like, whittling. Basically things that you were missing from your house.
People in town are starting to refer to it as usurita.
Yeah. Basically because that neighborhood was more or less
Dead.
dead.
Yep.
But now there's a lot of action.
and now the Usurans have moved in.
Yeah. 3 of your uncles are sitting outside, like on 3
Fucking
different chairs.
Usurentification. Fucking.
Yeah.
There's a joke in there. You find it.
3 of your uncles are sitting outside, like in
Supervisory roles.
more or less, like they're on 3 different chairs, that they've pulled from somewhere. They're all three are like smoking pipes, and they're directing some of the traffic. But you notice that they're outside the house because your great aunt is inside, and they're not going to challenge the Queen Mother in her domain. So
That's where Marcus is helping out other stuff, but that's where Klaus is sitting. He's sitting with those guys, just smoking a pipe.
oh, absolutely.
That's all.
The moment
No,
he sits,
he's probably leaning.
Yeah.
There's a good lean.
the
I feel like
moment
he's got a
Klaus,
good lean.
like appears, like one of the uncles in a Surin points to his pipe and asks Klaus in a Surin if he has a pipe of his own.
Klaus, he's like, doesn't even say anything, and he reaches into his vest and he pulls out the big honking meerschaum, horn, bull this big with the big curvy thing.
Such fucking bullshit.
There is so much bullshit German pipe going on right there.
That's why the knee is up on a stump.
Yeah.
Because he's using it as a counterbalance to hold
He
it
puts
up.
it into his mouth and he says, "Yeah."
Right?
Yeah, I got this.
Oh, you hear Genia as you approach. You hear your uncle ooh in appreciation.
He doesn't put his he doesn't put his foot up on the stump and then his elbow on his knee as like a stance. It's just support. It's just,
Genia has to stop before like truly approach and like just
Yeah,
be
get
choked
your
up for a minute and just like I haven't seen, smelled, heard, felt any of this.
It sounds
like
being-
since the war.
For a second, your little house looks like you're in.
Yep.
And it does. Ricardo actually like latches onto your arm, and he's like, "Are you all right?" Because you sort of your pace sort of slowed down a little bit as you're observing this. Meanwhile, you watch Klaus hanging out with your two uncles and one of your cousins. It's your great uncle, your uncle, and your cousin sitting on these chairs, and they're like, your great uncle like elbows your uncle, and he's like, his is much bigger than yours.
Yeah, it is.
Noise. It's got a bit of a kink right here, but that's
Yep.
fine. He knows how to work it.
Your cousin is like, yeah, here are those eyes and knows how to use them too. Well, let's try to figure this. All of this is happening in Osuran. They're talking to both of you in Osuran.
Oh no! I mean, sorry, Marcus and Klaus speak Asuran, or
Fantastic. You make these men very overjoyed. If you answer in Osuran, the pouch of tobacco comes out.
we are trading tobaccos.
Uh-huh.
Ice and tobacco weirdly tastes kind of like blood, but it's just what we're used to.
It's a little metallic, but you know.
Yep.
That wacky tobacco.
Tastes like smoke and pennies.
here we are again.
Yeah.
There's another younger cousin that's whittling something, and all three are making comments. They're backseat whittling. All three of them. Every time one of them comes out to do something, like because they're carrying like either furniture or like going to gather water or something, they have notes
Nice.
about how this job should be done. Especially the great uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Like the moment he says something, the other two.
How dare?
Nobody says
Immediate.
How dare?
Yep. The other two sort of follow along, like he's the ringleader out here.
Yep.
But once again,
Uh,
they're doing their bullshit outside of the house because
not
the
inside.
inside is running like they're running a tight ship in there.
Very sturdy clockwork situation.
Yep.
The women are in there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Don't go in there. It's not
Yeah.
safe.
That's right.
As Ricardo questions Genia on if she's okay, she looks up with like just big, round, teary green eyes and like, I have not seen or been near any of this since before the war. Not since I went looking for Veronica. Not since my mother died. I have not been around my family like this in years. I'm fine.
You get another hand like on your arm. And he's like, well, Thea's helping. We will have this much more often now. And if some of your family wants to come live close to us, I'd be happy to have them.
You
She
say that.
laughs.
You say that.
She laughs. I don't think I want them here.
Almost to punctuate those statements, in Osuran, your great uncle immediately sports Ricardo, and there's like a hey,
You!
right?
What's that? Gabriel Iglesias. Hey! Orale!
Yeah. There's some calling out, and I mean, Ricardo at this point has followed your classes, so he knows the word for nephew, which is being spoken like very slowly, like your great uncle is talking to a 3-year-old. Like he keeps repeating nephew, and then he steps from his chair, right? Like he's basically like he's wearing like his shirt and his pants and like suspenders on, right? Like just like stands up, his belly like spills over, and he's just like,
Uh-oh.
nephew, you come. And then he points at his pipe, and Ricardo gives you a look, and he's like, I suppose I have to. I'm sorry if you had a task for me, but
This is your task.
I am being called into service.
She smiles and
Don't ruin this for me, dog.
it's okay. She smiles, pulls him down, and kisses his cheek and goes, "No,
Fine,
you
I'll
have
pet
new
you
duties now.
Oh, you can do that. I'm using my hands.
For what I'm going to be doing, I won't need help."
Okay, well, wish me luck.
Good luck.
And he plants a peck on your cheek and then advances.
At least it's not the first
And
time you
then
smoke,
all
right?
three men, joined by Klaus, like the three gentlemen
Excuse
are
me,
like,
goodness.
hey, nephew. As they walk in, he's like,
Zhenya glares over and goes, "If you do anything to him that I do not like, you will never sleep again." And smiles and keeps walking.
yeah, you hear the three of them, and your great uncle is like, it's not safe inside or outside this house.
That flash of green eyes.
The cousin who hasn't quite learned yet goes, "Oh."
Yep. He grabs your uncle's shoulder, and then he tells him, like, you may have to bury me in foreign land.
And then there's a little.
Yep. And then all three of them, like, start laughing. Your cousin steps up to give you a big hug. He's like, don't worry. I will watch out for my cousin here. Like, Ricardo is not following the conversation at all.
Yeah.
Your cousin produces a pipe and hands it to him, and the ritual begins.
Mhm.
If you step into the house, you realize that Veronica is here with the rest of the family. Your house is lively.
Gotta go around and give all the hugs and kisses.
Yeah, there's a table. There's a ton of chairs for various provenances. Some of the furniture is like nice, like wrought iron, which is probably like the stuff that Palabra got delivered here, straight from the iron works. But yeah, otherwise it's like wood chairs of various shapes and sizes and makes.
Many approving nods. Walks by a few, gives a few a knock,
Yep. The great hand materializes close to you. It's like, we pick good ones.
Oh, here
Just
we go.
materializes, shows up.
Yep.
Comes to the same place that my old mentor came from.
Yeah.
And you get a big old
And my old
hug
crone.
from her as
Like
well.
Oh man, there's 3 of them. That's a coven.
Yeah.
Like the
Genya
Methuselah
short.
dimension.
Jenya's not tall, but her end is a good head shorter.
Yep.
Still, it's like good of you to be home.
Good of you.
Here. And then a bowl gets shoved into your hands.
Oh no. Stronger juju.
Takes the bowl. No utensils, just sips out of it like it's tea or whatever. And I have things that I need to do. I'm not going to be sitting here with the ladies knitting this evening.
We're not here to get in your way. Like the house. The
Gives
house
her
will
like
continue to work.
That sounds like a lie.
Yeah.
Straight up like,
Yep.
I'm not allowed to say things like this.
Right. From outside, you hear a voice say like, "Yeah, that's a lie."
Jenya has to be nice. She can't say anything.
Yep. She looks at you. She looks up at you, and she just taps you a couple of times on the cheek, and she's like, "You do what you need to do. Like we have it down here. We have good teamwork, and like you see, like your cousins, like around, like sort of almost like shaking their head.
Yeah.
Like this is not.
This is
This
nothing.
is there's no teamwork happening here. Like, this is a fucking monarchy in here. Like we're following orders. We're not contributing ideas to this.
Yep. She gives them all like a very understanding. I understand. And then finishes what's in her bowl, reaches down and kisses the top of her great aunt's head, and then morbidly goes upstairs to see what they've done with the bedroom. Just sort of like
So there's bedrolls
yeah.
all over the place. Your bedroom, almost like a shrine,
Yeah.
is untouched.
Yep.
It looks like no one has set foot in there.
Okay. Does it need furniture?
Yes.
Oh, good.
They haven't brought anything in there.
Perfect.
Like I said, there's an invisible red velvet cord in front of the door to your room, which,
I appreciate the privacy.
by the way, needs a door. At this point, it's just the door frame.
Kind of gives it a once over and makes a mental note. Okay. Satisfied with that, trots downstairs, goes across the cul-de-sac, and Marcus.
Yeah. As he's like, oh, someone's actually calling me to do something.
Yeah.
Do you wish to help?
Yeah. What do you need? I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. I promise. You distract them, Klaus.
Yeah. Klaus is in conversation. There's a lot happening in the Surin.
Yeah.
He waves at you dismissively because he's
There's
holding
Ricardo sitting on a stump, like next to them with the pipe in his hand right now. He's looking like his face is like almost like olive colored at this
Oh
point.
dear.
Oh boy.
He's trying to follow the conversation,
Oh, no.
but like he's holding the pipe and it's sort of burning, and he's staring a little bit into space, like he's keeping his shit together. But,
In icing,
me.
she calls
Jesus.
out to Klaus.
I don't know where these are all
You keep an eye on him and do not let them go any further than they have. Because I'll add you to the pile of their bodies.
you get a short salute from Klaus
That's the general.
as he pats a hand on Ricardo. And it's like, he will do fine. Ricardo like nods and he goes like,
My poor love.
but that man is using all of his willpower. He will do fine. Whatever is in those pipes is
Yeah. It's the strong shit.
yeah.
It is the strong shit.
And he's not
The good leaf.
Yeah.
he's not usually smoking, so
Nope.
it's a whole thing.
Just smoking hot. Woo.
Basically. It's like, I've never tried smoking. Let me smoke this entire cigar.
Yeah.
Right now.
My my dad was never a smoker, but he always told me the story that when he was like, I don't know, like 13 or so, like he would go, his mom would have him go sit with her neighbor from across the street. She was like an older lady. She had nobody at the house, so like,
She needs some company.
my grandma was like go sit there in the evening, like make sure she's doing okay, right? And she would basically make my dad smoke, and give him.
That's what you do.
And she would not take no for an answer, right? Like, and my dad was like, I smoked fucking cigarettes like that first evening, and she had me smoke like 3 or 4 of these suckers. And she's like, I got so fucking sick. And then the next evening when I went to her, like she started laughing. She's like, now you're never gonna smoke again.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, that,
I wasn't going to in the first place.
No.
But
It's like I hadn't thought of it.
now she built a fucking defense. My dad was like, I went back home. He's like, I was 13 years old. I didn't want my mom to know I smoked, so I just like threw up on the side of the house.
Oh, poor thing.
Just sick as a dog.
Oh.
But
He did it for that old lady.
that's right. He took it seriously.
Yep.
Klaus will look for out for your brother. Marcus will head out with you.
Yep.
Zhenya pulls Marcus to the side and shows him some timber and goes, I need a door. And then she, hands him some nails and things. She has nothing metal, everything is wood. So,
Oh, the nails are wood too?
yeah. So it's like everything that she's made has been like dovetailed. Like,
Do I have anything for crafting? I'm not even sure if I'm good at building things.
Oh, we added it as like a
Yeah.
add-on thing.
Oh, okay.
Brethel has 4.
Yeah. So that on scale. Feel free to redistribute points if you.
You might have some XP handy.
From the, I have like 20. How much XP do I have? I have a lot here.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. I should bump that.
Yeah, we added craft and survival
Yeah.
as like extra.
Oh boy, I should really have both of those
Yeah,
things.
Yeah.
We just forgot to tell you because we
yeah.
did that and then added our points and then forgot that we did that.
Well, we've been doing this
you.
bullshit for so long at this point. But
Can you get more than 1 point, like heroic, in your in either traits or skills? And B, do we have a cap?
we haven't gotten more than 1 point, I don't think. But we're in the territory where I feel like that should be the next step.
Remind me XP costs again for things.
Oh,
It's,
here you go.
Yeah, you have the thing here.
At 7.
Oh, no,
You
not
have
at
a thing
7.
at 7.
No, I don't.
Ba-ba-ba.
Sorry, I
That's
thought you
the
meant
cost
more than
to
one
get
at
there.
six.
Yeah,
6,
more
8, 10,
than
okay.
1 point heroic.
So
Like,
1, 2,
basically going to 7.
6.
Oh, I thought we were capped at 6 at the moment.
Yeah.
That's basically what I was
That's
saying.
the
Yeah.
question. I was
Broaching
like,
that.
I think we have been, but
So,
we can consider.
What would 7's benefit be? If
Well,
6
same.
is an automatic
You
10.
start with
or
2
just
10s.
continuous, yeah.
I just feel like you might end up with a skeleton double power creep if you keep going, though.
I mean-
you're telling me that this
Already
is
did.
not what this game
I mean,
is.
I mean, Jimena's about to learn how to summon her own fire.
already minor-
I'm a literal demigod.
Yeah,
at the
we're-
moment.
You fucking awaken the city and talk to it. Like,
Whatever, it was already awake. I
Jimena's
just
about
found
to
out
become the flame.
yeah, basically, right? Like you've been doing that level of
Okay.
bullshit.
Well, I guess I mean more like.
I'm trying to be cool, Constantine.
I'm gonna be the new god that my family takes home to Usura. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like there should be something more interesting. Just
was this one where you don't want me to use the
That's
eraser?
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we can
That's
think
nice.
about that, but that
Get rid
should
of
be
that
the
one.
next.
I don't feel like
So,
at this point.
okay, cool.
Since we are
I'm like, that pen cost me
kind of making our own
$2.
cards anyway.
Okay.
We should
Yes,
just
I will
use the
start.
points we get.
I now have some crafting skills.
There you go.
So
Yay.
Let me think about that.
points in crafting. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna help build a door.
Do
All
you
right.
get winter skin like I do?
No, I just got things.
I
written
guess
on
probably
through, and it's like
wits
Weird.
plus crafting.
Yep.
Get-
Let's go wits plus crafting.
Gets
Okay.
cold
Unless
and my skin gets
you
all
want to
dry
make a
and I
case
get
for
itchy.
another
No, I mean brawn maybe for just lugging shit around, but this is less about brawn and more about like actually knowing how to build shit.
Yeah.
So
Measure twice,
I'm gonna
cut
go
once.
with wits plus
That's
crafting.
right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not a whole lot of dice for this one, but
I mean, that's funny.
Did you want to?
yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to get 10 successes off of
participate in
this.
that as well?
I'm not
That's not how it
participating in
works
the
anyway.
door.
Right. You gonna make something else?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sorry, raises. My bad.
raise a house.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, power time.
All right.
Oh no, there's only like 3 or 4
Brawn.
raises.
I know, right?
Brawncraft?
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay.
You're gonna force yourself. I would brawn or resolve
They're the same.
to just
You are
impose your
willing
will.
yourself,
Yeah.
willing these crafts into existence.
To impose your will upon the earth and
Yeah.
have it.
Do we have a
15.
Miguel?
They're both 6s, so
I don't think
15
so.
We haven't come across a
and
Miguel.
10.
I
Okay.
don't believe.
So that's five. That's 5 raises
Cool.
for that.
I think that's
It
what we
takes
got.
you a little bit, but you basically take the time, get to craft a nice, sturdy door out of oak. Big, heavy oak door.
I'm suspicious of doors.
We all are now after the happening.
After the dark times.
That was fun, the dark time.
You saw Mel Sally, you saw Mel's map
Yeah, I did.
of the house.
I was just like,
The only thing I would say is that there's supposed to be a check back there. Extending out back. But it looks super great. Stoked for this.
You're welcome.
While they're building this house, Marlena, eventually you wake up from your nap.
Where am
What is it? You're at the house.
I? Okay.
Leandro is gone, but he has left you a note saying the
Gone
shop.
for cigarettes.
The loonies are Ferris.
Ooh.
Basically, like explaining
Ooh.
that there's been
Neat.
Rethold has made an ass
'Cause they're
of
loonies.
Il Duce for
Can I
sales.
see the book, please, real quick?
That he's gonna go see about repurposing
I mean,
never mind.
that's John's.
the team to
So-
help
I
with
got
that.
you.
I don't have one anymore. Remember,
Yeah,
it
I
got
didn't
stolen.
have
No, I
Unless that was one of the
I only saw the one at the
It
table.
wasn't
Yeah.
Mine
like
was over there somewhere.
Okay.
he left that one specifically for you.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna go and get myself ready to go out there and do
I wonder
that.
what kind of-
Probably like pack myself a lunch
I wonder what
Yep.
they have at their
and or be handed one.
Yeah, you will
As
be
the
handed a
case
one.
may
Yeah.
be. I actually came back and didn't have my usual
free.
meal.
Yep. No, you have.
Usually
if
nickel
you ask,
or
if you say
zinc.
like you
Zinc, I think.
are gonna head down and you want
Probably.
to lunch, you
Cheaper.
get one packed up for you.
Yeah.
Get a nice little
Yeah,
bag
not surprised.
lunch handed your way,
Nice.
and you'll
Bronzed outside.
basically
Oh.
head on to Il Duce. You'll
Brass.
notice that Leandro has kept Bernadetta
They're gonna have to
off
print you
of the
money with
whole
Charles
sale
on it?
project to help you
Gross.
with the wedding
Right?
dress project
That profile.
as you need.
Terrible.
So,
I
yeah.
mean,
I had a good run.
I feel like it's gonna
Yeah.
be a very
Even
military-
if
Well, I
she
meant
even if she was part of many
I
war
meant
crimes,
dress in
she,
the-
at least she was
Oh,
She
Stately.
looked
stately.
good.
As
She
in
looked good on a coat.
wedding
Yeah.
outfits.
we dressed in it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I would have
XP,
went more with
one
like
for one with XP, right? So if
militaristic
it's a 2
like
point, if it's
Yeah.
2 point advantage, it's 2
emblems
XP.
of the
Yeah,
respective
and also justifiable,
ensemble.
Yeah.
That's
but-
units and
which
stuff like that.
we've never
Yeah,
had a problem with.
Bernadetta's
But
going to be there to help you.
Okay.
and to be fair, I've actually bought a few that I'm like,
Leandro's happy to
have
see
to make
you.
a case for this, but I think I
Says,
can do
"Oh,
it.
You look much better.
Alright.
Nothing
That
crazy.
looks better.
There you go.
Did I have weird
Naps
dreams,
were
though?
needed.
Nope,
Okay.
nothing.
I did not think
Back
I had
to-
a dream.
Emptiness.
Good night, Amanda.
Wow.
Good night.
Night, night,
Wesley.
Night Rabbit.
Whoop.
Tonight is the night I die for you. However that song goes.
Guess it goes like that now. I guess I should roll with it.
Yep. Roll your craft while I go back to the
That
house
Midwest emo.
crafting situation.
That's 9 for Virginia.
9. All right.
Jesus.
As you put the finishing touches on your door,
It's a sick
Marcus.
fucking house.
a house rises from the ground.
So
Like,
sick.
Zhenya kneels down onto the plot of land next to you, digs her hands into the earth, gives a couple,
You start planing and then stop
just-
mid-plane.
just a deep, calming breath, and then rocks start building themselves up, and you see, like, it's like, you know, like Legos putting themselves together, and a house forms.
You know, just like
Without
that.
the roof, just, you know, all the walls and the steps and everything, and just go, that's okay.
He just kind of eyes this, and he's like, well, you know, he's seen you do crazy shit before.
Yeah.
He's seen her set shit on fire, and he's seen like all sorts of bad. He saw the ghosts, the ghosts,
Yeah.
the ghosts on the blood ship,
Yeah.
and
That
he's
was
like,
an hour
On the
ago.
blood,
he's like, you know, it's very useful, but I feel like if you did that in Iceland, the house would come filled with skeletons.
That'd be cool.
And since I would get up and try to eat your face.
You would raise the house and you look in the kitchen, the skeleton's like stirring a pot
Yeah.
already in there. It's like, oh, hi,
I love this.
step inside, please.
I wasn't expecting you so soon.
It's been a while since we've seen daylight.
Oh no, we weren't expecting guests.
Yup.
Good thing I have this stone soup on.
Right? There's another skeleton with an apron on, like with a platter full of dust, like, just like walking into the kitchen.
He's in dust.
And then she says, well, I could make it larger, but I think this one is meant for Veronica Emil?
And whomever.
Yes. Yeah, it's Emil. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like I can't ever remember
Emil
which
is,
twin.
is
Yeah,
part
they're
of
not
the,
twins.
the chore crew back
Yes.
at the house.
This is going to be meant for Veronica, but right now it is meant for other people to stay in it. Kasha does not have much family left. I do not want it to be overly large so that they feel empty, but I don't want it to be small enough that it feels like they are rats in a hole.
You
It
can
seems-
also more or less like guesstimate from the foundations and stuff around, like where
Yeah,
some of the old houses used to be. Like some of them are still kind of half there.
yeah. That this was one of the but this is the one directly across from hers.
Yep.
So I can watch.
10.
Yeah. I'm also like, as
It seems
I'm
quite
working,
cozy, actually.
kind of try to
What do you do about the roof?
think about my well wishes for
That's
the
why you and I are here.
as I'm doing that.
Ah.
Word,
I can
What
only
your-
structure so
your-
much like this.
your intent
Okay, I'll send it to you.
is.
I'll send you a text.
That's right. Bernadetta follows your instructions if you ask her to help, but doesn't get in your way as to not ruin the intent you're trying to get into these clothes.
Sure. That's so weird. I'm just trying to get this intent to these clothes, though.
Well, at this point, it's just Tuesday.
Right.
How many times have you done this now? So yeah, if you write the statement, like your work is progressing apace at this point. So yeah, your little house is sprouted up. Virginia, if you commandeer some of the workforce, they will help furnish it for you.
Yep.
Marcus, you will be directed to bring this door into the home
Mhm.
and
My
set
home.
it into the master's bedroom frame. You did a fantastic job.
Oh, I
Fits
see. That's what the
perfectly.
door was for. Not for that new house, but
No.
for your room.
Now
Yep.
each of you has made something for my home.
Mm.
Yep. So now your contribution is now set as the gateway between the master's bedroom and the rest of the house.
Mm. Marcus appreciates this. He's never been a part of Usuran like formality like this, but he appreciates it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
as
get
you
the-
are a strong military person, I understand that you will build something strong and sturdy to protect me and what I
Oh,
love.
yeah.
That is true.
It's
You're
a big ass
correct.
oak door. Yet you will have to put some mustard into trying to break this down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He does as a part of his. Okay, I don't know if this would be well. Okay, so assuming that, do you tell him that what the deal is and why she's asking him to build it?
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, as part of the door in the spots that aren't going to be seen, he inscribes in Ison as he's going through it. He just carves it in blessings of faith and protection and
There
all
you
that kind
go.
of stuff all around the outside. So when it's set into the door, you can't see it, but
Yeah.
it's there nonetheless.
There
That's
you go.
what Rethel did to the stairwell.
Yep. There's
Good
blessing.
fucking luck to whoever tries to get into that bitch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You'll get fucked by multiple pantheons.
You ready for ghosts? Multi-ethnic ghosts? Motherfucker?
Multi-ethnic ghosts.
Yep. Interfaith ghosts.
That's right, motherfucker. You thought you were just gonna need salt? Ha!
You're gonna need salt. You're gonna need majoram. You're gonna or marjoram or whatever. You're gonna need garam masala,
Yeah.
coriander.
Yeah.
A hefty dose of sage.
You better walk in like a fucking grocer, because you gonna be fucking...
Yeah. The house is
Wait, so part of Samaritan's basically Greece?
Yeah.
kind of.
Tight, this guy's gonna have a hella long last name. Let's go.
It's yeah,
Hercus.
Sarmatia is like a
It's not just Czech.
It's like
It's Greek Czech.
Eastern-
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like the eastern half of Europe, which also includes the southern
like,
eastern.
I don't know why it never occurred to me to
Yeah.
be like, which one's the Greek one? And it's
Cyprus,
because
Yeah.
it's
like
actually
Turkey. Also,
no, yeah,
Yeah.
because I am now discovering it is two nations within one. And
Yeah, because it's both a republic and a monarchy.
Yeah.
At the same time somehow.
Yeah, it's like the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
kind of.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Full of furniture for some
Um,
reason.
Yeah, so now that you've been into this house, Marcus, various foodstuffs will get shoved your way. Because that's it's
Big
gonna
broad
be,
man carrying a door.
Oh,
Feed him!
he's
Yeah.
very interested in all of this.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of that.
When you come back, there's like a roof made, but Jenny is now an elephant. And it's like placed
Yeah,
in-
there's an elephant out in the yard.
Tracks.
The kids are all like, "What is this creature?" She's
But
like
you-
swatting them.
But you know it's Genya because it's a ginger elephant.
Yeah,
It's not properly gray.
the
It's,
boys
it's,
love
it's
it.
her hair color.
All right, so everybody has worked on some tasks. Who goes back to the communal house that night?
Oh,
Oh, definitely Rethel.
I mean, I want to go back after because I live
Yeah,
there
yeah.
still.
You've made great headway
Okay.
into working these outfits. They look pretty fantastic. Leandro actually gives you a couple, like you've surpassed yourself a couple of times as you work through this.
Mhm.
And whenever you have your statement, you can send it my way. There's no rush on this. With the role you have, you can breathe a blessing for the newlyweds into these.
Yeah, that's the point.
Does Jimena go back to the communal house, or do you stay at your... Eventually, like,
Yeah.
Heinrich finds his way out to where Klaus and Marcus are.
I think at some point Jimena probably like sends him away. She's like, "This is getting
Yep,
too real."
it's too dark.
It's like, you need to go have fun with your father and your uncle. I'm going to stay here and do the weird
Fun.
That's right.
The weird
Yeah.
things.
And then as he leaves, like, Jimena puts on, like, her black wizard robe.
things.
Giant
Gets
pointy
the
hats.
vinyl gloves out.
The real mad scientist.
Kicks open the can of dip.
It's damn.
Oh no.
But do you stay at your?
I think she's
Minor.
gonna be there for a minute. She'll probably wander back once it gets like. Yeah, like she'll like. We don't have.
Yeah.
Whatever. She'll wander back eventually, but she probably won't be home to the regular house till later because now
Okay.
she's in the zone. She's doing the science.
All right. Well, those of you who are back at the communal house by around midnight, 1 a.m. or so,
Oh no.
raise your hand.
I think she'll be back by then.
Yeah.
Definitely back by then.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Midnight, 1 a.m. Like you're already in bed. At that
That's
time.
like
You're
late.
going back to the communal house.
Yeah, because now I have 2 houses to spread more Surins over. I mean, I might have put up a 3rd house, but it's not like finished. But there's at least 2 finished ones now. But definitely, like, you sleep here. I'm gonna go back and sleep where I.
You know, a contingent will move into the 3rd
Yeah.
even without a roof,
Yeah.
just to not be around one or the other contingents.
Yeah.
Yeah, at around midnight, 1 a.m., there's a loud banging at the door, followed by a somewhat weaker one. Marlena's probably already asleep. So I'll let you determine who's closest to the front door.
I would roll out of the cot
Augustina's in bed.
in the
I
back.
mean, Jimena sleeps in the kitchen, so
Yeah.
I'm
Very
upstairs.
Jimena's probably the closest person.
And you're in the hammock.
I roll out of the hammock in the back, and then come stalking around the
And then,
house.
you would hear first Rethel right behind you.
Would
if you
you
go-
wake up to get to it, or would you like try to roll over?
I mean, if there's loud banging, Jimena would
The first is like somebody is like pounding a fist into the door.
Jimena would like do the like.
Yeah, probably that's the call to action to start rolling. So I'd be like halfway around the house by the second weaker beat.
Yep. You Jimena, do you go to the door? Do you
Yeah, I think she'd very cautiously go to the door and be like,
Say that again.
"Who's there?"
Do you want me to say the spot?
you hear like a breath that's half like almost like a moan at the door.
Son of a bitch.
Somewhat ragged.
I think at this point my brain would kick in that if it's someone who wants to kill us, they wouldn't knock on the door. So the axes go into the belt, and I just rush up to the door.
Yeah, Jimena has like her sword drawn.
Right.
She's like,
What
kind
do
of,
I see?
As you pop the door open, you see.
Oh no, I'm on the front
Oh
porch.
yeah, you're around.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll prop the door open.
Mhm.
You're coming to the other side, so you'll see the same
like
thing.
very, very small, maybe so she
Yeah.
can like.
I even just call him like, out here, Jimena.
You, as you crack the door open and Rethel, you see the same thing. You see a face with an eye swollen shut, bleeding, holding like a nasty wound in the gut. This is a fresh-faced, normally acolyte, bearing the robes of Mazabi's
Oh no!
Inquisitor Aquila, and he just says, "Help!" and he collapses right on the front porch. And we will pause
knew
here
it.
for this.
Yep. Yep, that's what it was.
Hopefully my vestments came in point and woke up or whatever it does. Suddenly it's like fighting alongside Illuminating, just like,
Yeah.
well, Zombie's naked now, but there's a new fighter entered the ring.
Give yourself a 4 XP. And next time we follow up on this new threat.
Better not have died.
Probably more murder.
Probably.
I mean,
Rada.
what would we be if?
Not
Yep.
murdering.
Not constantly murdering.
For fun and profit.
Sometimes both at the same
I
time.
mean, if Rethel has anything to say about it, that's a resource. All right. Say goodnight, Internet.
Good
Night, Internet.